Welcome everybody to the Shut Your Mouth Lounge podcast, episode number 50. I had to look it up.
I think.
I started the folder system so I wouldn't have to look it up. Fuck. Alright, whatever.
Episode 53.
Yep, it's me, I'm Alex, believe it or not. And there's the Addy man. Fucking Pink, you spoke over it. Now Addy didn't hear you.
Nice pauses.
Great. Yeah, great.
Professionalism.
Well, fucking hell, Addy. You fucking call us out live on air? No, that doesn't work. Well, it does, but fuck it.
I call you out.
No, fuck it. Pink's here. Fuck it.
I call you out pre-recorded on air.
Right.
All right. And hey, yeah, Addy's here to be a jackass, and here's Pink.
Hi there.
Yeah. So you remember last week's podcast where Pink was busy with shit, and it was me and Addy, and I was busy with shit as well, and there was like no topics, so it was just 40 minutes of me and Addy trying to put something together? Yeah, this is gonna be the opposite. Every fucking topic in the world has come out this past week.
Right.
Holy Christ.
I wasn't expecting this much. I didn't realize how much would come out of the Game Awards, but here we are.
I don't think anybody was expecting this much to come out of the Game Awards. When the Game Awards were like, oh, hey, so we've actually got some real shit this year. We've got like over 20 launch trailers or whatever. We all figured they were talking about indie games, didn't we?
Yeah.
Not actual games.
The launch of Solitude, which now if you install it, instantly locks your PC, and you have to pay Toby Fox to unlock your freaking encrypted files.
Okay, you mixed... Did you just mix Toby Fox with Todd Howard? Is it Todd Fox or Toby Howard now?
I mean, who's to say they're not the same person?
They've merged.
Okay, I don't like either of them, but I'll admit they have very different flaws. So, alright. Hey, so, you know how Netflix canceled the shit out of Luke Cage and Iron Fist and Daredevil?
Right.
Well, the current word on the fucking street is, which this being word on the street means that there's every chance in the world that is complete and utter horseshit. Word on the street is that they will not get brought over to Disney Plus, and they will all be left on cliffhangers.
That surprises me greatly.
The thing they're going to do instead is
I honestly kind of predicted it, because they're very R-rated shows, and Disney might not want that on their service.
Oh, that's true. But I think there's every chance that they could be toned down for a Disney streaming service.
Right, but they'd have to put the previous seasons on there.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
There is a scene in Luke Cage where a stripper is hired, and I mean, she's not naked, but she might as well have been. Not to mention how many fucking drugs show up. In I guess with kids shows, you're not allowed to acknowledge the existence of cocaine.
Right.
It's just powdered Coca-Cola.
It's pixie sticks.
Pixie sticks.
Illegal pixie sticks.
No, it's I'm not sure if you have bursting powder over there.
That sounds like a drug, so maybe.
Bursting powder is this it's a powder-based candy that when you put it into your mouth, it pops.
Oh, we have those. We call them Pop Rocks.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just those.
Yeah.
Luke is sniffing up freaking Pop Rocks.
Okay, Luke isn't the one doing the drugs, Addy. What do you think? What do you think Luke Cage is about, Addy?
I don't know. A superhero with problems.
That's how Daredevil gets his powers. He's got to do a rail before he puts the costume on.
No, he gets his powers by injecting his eyes with Pop Rocks.
The real problem is getting them into the syringe. I mean, ooh, and like the thing is, we know Punisher and Jessica Jones are also on the chopping block.
Right. They haven't been canceled yet, but they're on their way.
Oh yeah, it's guaranteed.
If you cancel Daredevil, then yeah, everything's going.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm curious there, Pink. I think both of us have at least 2 out of those 5 shows that we're not particularly heartbroken by the idea of it never continuing. But I think at the same time, I think both of us have at least 2 shows that we absolutely did not want to see go this way.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Because I don't care to see Iron Fist or Jessica Jones go, but I never watched them to begin with.
Yeah. It's like I've only watched a few episodes of the first season for Jessica Jones, and I'm not really going one way or another in favor or against Jessica Jones being canceled, but canceling Daredevil, that just broke my heart.
And wasn't this most recent season supposed to be really fucking good?
It was really freaking good.
And
Like, I understand them canceling Iron Fist because that first season was so terrible, but Daredevil? No. They've, aside from their second season, which was downright awful, in my opinion, Daredevil was the highlight of their entire Netflix series.
I wouldn't even say that the entire second season was awful, because the starting Punisher arc was great. Any of the stuff with Punisher was good in season 2. The issue came with a hand.
Right, the Hand and Elektra. Those were the absolute downfalls of that season.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fucking lost without Punisher, man. Because we never really got to see him become the Punisher. Everyone that
Right.
Frank's killed so far, it was payback. It was not, and not like the broad thematic payback that Punisher usually specializes in. Not the my family was killed by mobsters in a New York park kind of revenge, so I kill all mobsters. Like, genuinely literal, these are the people that killed my family, literally, directly, revenge.
Right.
So we've never actually got to see Punisher as being that kind of lunatic, well, not kind of, that lunatic who is handing out justice as he sees fit.
The absolute madman.
Yeah, and the inherent moral questions that come with that.
Right.
And we've also never got to see the arcs, of course, where Punisher goes after people that really, really deserve it, like human traffickers and serial rapists and serial killers and so on.
Right.
I hope that season 2 has to be the Slavers arc, at least so we can just get that in. Please, God.
Cross your fingers.
Because I remember the Marvel Netflix shows I always watch with my family, and I remember how badly they grimaced at some of the brutality in the later parts of season 1 of Punisher. I don't think they'd be doing the same for the Slavers arc. But yeah, like Luke Cage and Punisher, I was obviously a huge fan of both of those shows. But Daredevil, even like I tuned in only for the occasional episode, but what I saw outside of the hand stuff was pretty fucking good.
Yep.
The decision to dump the decision to dump the suit after season 2 was a horrible idea, though.
I think it kind of made sense for the season that they did. It wasn't a terrible decision in my opinion.
I mean, the thing is, basing it off though, Born Again. It's been, I don't know, a year since I last read Born Again, but didn't in Born Again, whenever Matt needed to do something and he didn't have the Daredevil costume, he just did it as Matt?
Yes.
And I feel like it'd be taking away from what made Born Again so great was the moment where Matt finally puts the costume back on and kicks ass.
Right.
So I guess it was always probably going to take away from Born Again, though, the fact that they couldn't have Nuke and they couldn't have the Avengers.
Yeah.
So you couldn't have that great moment where the Avengers show up and Daredevil's already saved the day. I don't like Daredevil, but I like the moments where he thinks the Avengers are fucking punk asses. Like, it's part of what I hated about Bendis bringing Daredevil into the Avengers, was I always liked the idea of Daredevil being the street-level hero that is resentful of the big superheroes, you know?
Yeah.
That he sees them as some high and mighty and disconnected from the everyday person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, disconnected from listening to Evanescence.
Yeah.
Good.
I saw Alex's icon light up for a second, but then it cut out, and I was thinking that I had got cut out, but since it was just a silence, that makes total sense as well.
I was going to say something, and I just got out a single grunt, and that's what caused the icon to light up.
The grunt was all you could get out before you did something really bad.
So, speaking of Evanescence, that Scarlet Witch TV show is reportedly set to premiere in 2019, and it's gonna be supposedly Vision and the Scarlet Witch. Which, I mean, if there's two Avengers actors that are probably the cheapest to get, it's probably Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen. But
Yeah, but that's also a lot of cosmetics that you get with Paul Bettany as well.
well, here's the thing. Remember at the start of Infinity War, he doesn't have to be Vision all the time.
Oh, that's right. That's right. My bad.
So he probably is only gonna be. It's gonna be.
It's just Paul Bettany.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I bet. You won't get to see much magic from her, and you won't get to see much robot stuff from him. Aside from once every 4 episodes, right? The Marvel
Right.
the Marvel Netflix thing of we get to use the SFX budget once every 4 episodes. That's when Danny gets to use the Iron Fist. That's when Luke gets to get shot. That's when
Yeah,
Jessica gets to lift a car, you know.
they showed an anime trope.
Yeah. Quick, come up with more filler.
Yeah, quickly, we can only animate the fight scenes.
Yeah.
Nothing else we get budget, just the fight scenes.
Oh, man. So, I will have to say, if there was any gap that needed filling in the current Marvel arc, yeah, there probably could have been more time devoted to the Vision Scarlet Witch romance.
Yeah.
I mean, it
I think
worked.
both those characters got kind of shafted throughout the entire history of the MCU, and then they were made to be a bit of a big deal in Infinity War because they needed all that payoff and whatnot.
The
But
issue
it
is
just
that,
kind of felt like it didn't fit in there because, like, as a comic fan, I know that they're supposed to be together. But if you're the average viewer, it'd be kind of like walking and seeing Hulk and Black Widow together. It's like, what? When did this happen?
man, could you imagine if they put Black Widow and Hulk together, just how fucking absolutely over the top, beyond, incredibly, just absolute stupid that would be?
Hulk killed Black Widow with radiation.
Yeah,
They
he
say-
would,
in
wouldn't
similar-
he, Addy?
in-
Wouldn't he?
in a similar manner, like freaking Parker did.
Yeah, the Spider-Man radioactive semen, right?
Oh, the joys of comics.
Look, okay, we need to actually veer off that path, because sticking down that path is what led to stuff like Old Man Logan, where Bruce just fucking kidnaps She-Hulk and rapes her to produce a bunch of kids, and that's probably the worst. That's the worst timeline. That's the worst timeline right there.
I mean, did she sue him at least?
Well, it was the apocalypse, Addy, so, I mean, they could try and assemble a court. But, I mean, the jury would probably be mostly formed out of, like Mad Max, Oh, what was the name of the minions in Mad Max? The Valhalla guys?
I'd have, but I only played the game, so
Yeah, but it was the same dudes in the game.
I don't think they ever said their name though, did they?
They might not have. Whatever. The crazy Mad Max dudes, they're screaming and beating the shit out of each other in the jury.
Max or the...
I was thinking the minions. They covered themselves in the grease paint and everything.
Oh, right, yeah.
But anyways, yeah. Vision and Scarlet Witch are, like, Vision's a weird one. Because I honestly would say Vision, just on sheer concept, is actually one of my favorite Avengers. And I don't know why. You ever have one of those characters that you don't really care for their character arc or any of that, but you look at their design and you're like, fuck it, I like this character?
Oh, plenty.
Goldberg.
Yeah.
Goldberg.
Yeah, Vision is Goldberg territory for me, where I've never really cared for any of his story arcs because they're so devoted to either Ultron or Hank Pym daddy issues. Or wanting to sleep with Scarlet Witch, which I guess is fine. But I just look at Vision's design and his powers, I'm like, that's a cool character. He's basically Marvel's Martian Manhunter, but I love Martian Manhunter, so...
Right.
Scarlet Witch, I understand them cutting out most of her story. Because, yeah. How much of her story is, she is Magneto's daughter. She is losing her mind. She killed a fuck ton of other heroes. She raped Wonder Man at one point.
Doesn't she also commit incest?
That's the Ultimate Universe.
Right.
We don't talk about the Ultimate Universe.
But it brought us Black, freaking... Why did I forget his name all of a sudden?
Miles Morales?
No. No, the good character. Freaking.
I don't think Miles Morales qualifies as a character.
That's true.
He's a concept that every writer has juggled, but they're all too fucking scared to turn him into a character.
Nick Fury. It brought us Black Nick Fury.
Black Fury?
Yeah.
I always call him Black Fury. I love the idea of calling one Black Fury and the other one White Fury.
And the race wars begin.
Oh, man.
But yeah. I don't know why. I guess it might just be because it's the first one I saw, but Black Nick Fury is the one I prefer.
Yeah, I think
I like Samuel L. Jackson.
I think it's. I'd say that I like having both around in the comics. In the movies, it's definitely better to stick with Sam because two Furies would just confuse people.
Right.
And I'll take Black Fury over White Fury, at least partially because there is a bizarre, somewhat tangible difference in their characters. Because think of like way back in the 70s, the Jim Steranko Fury, like Pink, like whatever I just said there was probably fucking foreign for Addy there, but.
No, I think I saw it.
Oh,
pictures of it anyway.
right.
I'm not sure.
Have you ever seen the comic panel where Nick, old White Fury, is driving a motorcycle through a wall, shirtless, smoking a cigar in his mouth, dual-wielding pistols, each of which are firing off in random directions?
Okay, that's a no.
So yeah, that's something White Fury would do. You would never see Black Fury do that. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
White Fury is blow up everything. Black Fury is more like Godfather, leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Yeah. Freaking. So, how much would they have to pay Sam to do that scene?
I don't think they'd have to pay him anything. Sam Jackson's a big enough nerd. He'd be like, fucking hell yeah. I think they'd have to pay Kevin Feige to allow it, is who they'd have to pay.
Right.
I could absolutely see someone pitching that scene to Sam Jackson, and Sam Jackson's like, fuck yeah, I'll make an action figure of it so I can fucking put it on my shelf. I will get that fucking... I will get a painting made of that scene and hang it in my fucking front lobby. So that as soon as they walk in my house, they see a picture of me riding bare-chested on a motorcycle with a cigar in my mouth, firing pistols.
No, he won't get it. He won't get it painted. He'll get one of those interactive paintings or whatever the hell. It's actually just a GIF, like a gigantic ass GIF.
He's got a TV screen devoted solely to showing a GIF on loop.
Yeah.
And he spends half his day sitting in his lobby smoking that cigar, staring at the GIF, and
Yeah.
and he's standing with his hands on his hips and he's looking all proud.
His finest achievement in his illustrious career.
Oh man. So on to a bit of there's our comic book news for Pink. Hey Addy, you want to talk about some stupid Japanese fighting game shit?
Sure.
Tekken 7. They revealed the rest of the DLC characters. You want to talk about that first, you think?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think I do.
Are
Right.
there any celebrity characters
Nope.
this
No.
time, or are they all strictly Tekken characters again?
Strictly Tekken characters.
All right.
It's
Yeah, they brought back Best King.
Yep, they brought back Armor King. I'm more of a fan of Vanilla King, honestly. I know everybody prefers Armor King. I'm more of a Vanilla King fan.
I like Armor King better just because he's more ruthless.
Yeah, Armor King's a lot more aggressive, if that's your style. Vanilla King's more defensive, and he's more of an actual grappler.
Yeah.
Armor
Like,
King makes sense for Addy then.
Yeah, he does freaking Shawn Michaels moves, Pink. Like, I'm not completely convinced that it's not actually just Shawn Michaels in the freaking black paint.
Can you do the flying forearm with the kip up?
Yes, he does.
Yes.
That's one of his big
Perfect.
moves. Addy, help me. Does he have the teardrop suplex?
The teardrop. I believe he does. I'm not completely sure, but I believe he does.
It's just Shawn Michaels.
He's got the diving elbow, too. When they're on the ground, he
Yeah.
can do a diving elbow.
And he has like 15
Perfect.
moonsaults.
And yeah, he's got a shit ton of moonsaults. He's got ones for standing opponents. And the funny thing is, like, you're probably imagining the king leopard head butt on Shawn Michaels, right, Pink?
Right.
No, he's actually a huge black dude.
So yeah, it's Ezekiel Jackson possessed by Shawn Michaels.
Makes
Shawn Michaels
sense.
is tired of his aging body, so he has stolen his body swapped with Zeke.
Yeah.
And
There will be no stopping. Because this is what we call domination.
once he gets tired of Zeke's body, he's gonna steal another one.
Then he'll steal Apollo Cruises.
Oh man, where's this fit in the Mortal Kombat mythology? The Mortal Kombat is wrestling mythology. Is there a Mortal Kombat character that body swaps? I forget.
Not yet. I mean, Shang Tsung is the closest one, but we already have Shang Tsung.
Oh, did we? Melina's almost close, except she's not.
Quan Chi?
I don't think Quan
He's
Chi
pretty
does,
close.
no. Onaga body swaps. Because he stole Reptile's body in Deception. That's how he was reborn.
Okay, there's a freaking Shawn Michaels is Onaga.
Shawn Michaels is Onaga. Which, hey, Onaga's one of the big villains, because Triple H, he's Shao Kahn, so it works.
Yeah.
And remember that part in Armageddon where Onaga fucking picks up Shao Kahn and flies him off the pyramid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we already knew about Anna and Lei Wulong, right? I was a little worried there. I was gonna name a different character and look like an idiot. But added to the list are Craig Marduk, the big MMA man who murdered the shit out of the original Armor King, the new Armor King, who is presumably still pissed at Marduk for killing the previous Armor King, and Julia.
Nobody missed her. Even Pink left. That should tell you about Julia.
Sorry, he said added to the list, and then it stopped, so it cut me out.
Yeah, so...
Like, I was waiting for him to go, and I'm like, oh wait, that's just me.
Right, so, like, gigantic-ass man has been on it who murdered the original Armor King.
But it's
Armor King has...
Ass man?
Yes, it's Billy Gunn. It's Billy Gunn.
Oh, wow.
Like, roided out Hulk Billy Gunn. Has been added to the game.
But
Billy Gunn already stands at like 6'4". Imagine him being roided out. It's just Hulk Hogan now.
Pink Marduk is like 7 feet tall, 7'4". He is absurdly large. Every time I honestly, to some degree, cannot stand Marduk for just how out of place his character design is.
Yeah. Big, do you remember Gygas? Like the big gigantic tentacle monster, the red one.
The sex monster.
Yeah, the sex monster.
Sort of?
Yeah, he's the same size Marduk is.
Ah.
In fact, Gigas more or less just steals a lot of Marduk's moveset.
Yeah, people were speculating that Gigas is just Marduk. Made into a sex monster for whatever reason.
Well, the issue with that is that whoever Gigas is, he's Katarina's mom. I'm dad. It'd be great if he was Katarina's mom.
Marduk went through a couple of changes since we last saw him in Tekken 6.
Damn you, Kazuya. Kazuya's at it again with that genetic experimentation shit. He made the fucking ultimate killer kangaroo, and he was like, yes, this is the first step. The first experiment is a success. Then came the Velociraptor, and now Gigas. Oh, man.
Anyway, so yeah, those three have been added, and then we also have Negan. Oh, right, and Julia. Julia is this small woman who is really annoying because she fights really well.
I'm fine with Julia coming back if she retains her wrestling moveset from JC.
Oh yeah. If JC comes back without a mask, then I'm fine with Julia. I don't like Vanilla Julia Chang.
Well, you know for sure they're gonna give her the customization options for you to just turn her back into JC. She's going to get the old luchador suit back as customization options, if not an outright alternate outfit.
Everybody should have a luchador suit.
Dude, Pink. I saw Smash Ultimate. Pikachu gets the luchador outfit.
Yes, he does.
I
She does.
It does. It's an animal, so
No,
I
no,
don't
wait.
think.
I think it's been said that the luchador Pikachu is a girl.
Yes,
Oh.
regular Pikachu is male, luchador Pikachu is female.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's how you tell their sexes apart.
Yeah.
All this time you've been catching male Pikachus because you never found a luchador Pikachu.
Yeah, I didn't know that they had a what's the word I'm looking for? Freaking
Genders?
distinction. I knew that Pokemon had genders. I didn't know that they made a distinction based on freaking
Oh, I
outfits.
get this.
So, what was I going to say? Entirely slipped my mind. But yeah, if we're sticking to vanilla Changs, I think everybody's going to want Michelle back. But
Michelle's been dead for the past 15 years.
she's alive. She's very alive. Tekken just fucking stuffed her in the closet because she's too old. Because it's fucking Japan. She's 40. As far as Tekken cares, she's ancient.
Freaking.
Never mind the fact that she was in Tekken Tag 2 at 40 years old and looked fine.
But yeah, but that shit ain't canon, is the thing.
Ah, fucking fuck.
Like, another thing is that
Tune in for next
All
Tekken
of-
where they introduce 40-year-old Michelle and she's got a fucking cane or a walker.
no, the big twist in the next Tekken will be it will be revealed that Julia has been just Michelle all along. Like she thought that she was her own mom.
I mean, with Tekken, I wouldn't be surprised. And oh boy, Negan.
And
Hey.
then it's also revealed that Jin has been Jun all along.
Oh man. So, Addie, you remember a long time ago, before they even announced the season pass, when you and me were discussing possible DLC characters, and I pitched the idea of Kiryu, and you said, no, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And now, I bet you probably feel differently now, don't you?
Eh. I mean, Kiryu would be a lot of trouble just because style switching is a thing. Then again, Lei Wulong.
Not only Lei Wulong, look at the effort that's went into the DLC characters so far. That fucking Final Fantasy kid that's throwing laser swords or some shit.
Oh yeah, Noctis colon or whatever. Noctis colon.
Noctis Cohen. He eats lots of broccoli.
I don't know his name. Whatever, Noctis something or other.
Noctis Calum, definitely. There's an L in there somewhere. Lucius? Noctis Lucius
Lucius.
Calum.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that just more or less Latin for night, light, something? I don't know what Calum is supposed to be Latin for, but if the guy's name is Nightlight...
He is literally just your nightlight. He turns on and off again.
So that's what that mechanic is doing.
Yeah, the laser swords are actually just the rays of light so you can sleep.
Oh, man. So, hey, instead of Kiryu, we got Negan. And Addy is just sitting there in his confusion at these bizarre American zombie shows.
As opposed to the usual Japanese zombie shows that he doesn't watch.
I'm sure the Japanese zombie shows no doubt end several times in them just fucking the zombies, so whatever.
I mean,
That's the grand finale.
yeah. What I've heard is kill, I think. Actually, I don't know. I think it was School of the Dead. Whatever. Basically, pretty sure it's basically just porn with zombies. Because why not?
Because why not?
Well, I don't know how many sex scenes Walking Dead's had, but, you know. At least 2.
Not enough with zombies.
You're not wrong. I think I think it is heavily implied that the first major villain, the governor, was in fact molesting his zombie daughter. So,
Oh,
you are more correct than you wanted to be, sir.
yeah.
That's wrong in too many ways.
I almost want to say Michonne cut the governor's dick off at some point, but I I think I'm wrong. I think she probably cut off his ear or his eye, but I want to say she cut off his dick.
It's wishful thinking.
So, hey, in the opposite direction from the governor, there's Negan. And Negan, well, going in, we were kind of like, well, he's a guy with a baseball bat. What combo opportunities is he going to really have? Now that we've got to see him, yeah, he's just a guy with a baseball bat still. He hits you really hard with a bat, and that's most of his moves. He's got some kicks, though. You gotta give him that. He can kick. He can kick, and he can swing his bat.
Yeah. What more do you need in life?
So,
I mean, close range moves because this is a close range fighter.
well, he smacks them with the other end of the bat for close range moves. Did you see that?
I just remember that we have Yoshimitsu, so I can't even complain.
So, also, I should note here, did you see the start of the fucking trailer that that fucking Brian Fury is just Negan's minion casually now?
I didn't notice Brian, no.
It's Brian Fury that taps on the RV door to tell Negan to come out.
Oh. Huh.
Which makes too much sense, honestly.
I mean, the guy is just throwing around freaking, like... What was it, like steel or cement? Pillars?
Yep. Do we get to see a Negan Brian Fury duel where Negan brings Lucille and he brings a fucking girder? But
And that still gets lowered from it. Anyway, it doesn't matter, it's not attached anymore.
Alright. So, what I'm curious about there, I'm sure you noticed this watching the trailer. Negan's a very talkative fighter.
Yeah. I don't mind that, actually.
I actually want him to keep that. Assuming that he doesn't use every line repeatedly for different moves. If every line is associated with yeah, that's the problem. If he has one line that's used for 4 or 5 different moves, that's a problem. If he has one line that's used for one move, another line that's used for another, then I think that's great. At least
if it's randomized, then it's good.
I actually don't want randomized. I want him to have, like, here's the line he goes for when he uses his command grab. Here's the line he goes for when he does his big 10 hit or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I mean in a lot of fighting games,
it could work as a mix of both, because, you know, having, I don't know, like 3 lines to say for each of the, I cannot words today. So having like three lines for each setup, basically, would be fine. And then those get randomly chosen.
It could
because,
be,
you know, yeah.
It could be interesting too. What I was mostly leaning towards was just saying that maybe we could make it. They could make it where if you hear him say a certain line, you know he's going for a certain move, right? So there's a little bit of that there.
Yeah, but the thing about talkative fighters is that, like, actually one of the reasons that I chose to make Li Xiaolan, I don't know why I pronounce his name like that, but whatever.
I think that's supposed to be the way you pronounce it.
It's either Chaolan or Xiaolan, I'm not sure.
I think the announcer fucks it up when he calls him Xiaolong.
I know that it's based on, like, Xi Xiaolong. So.
I don't think you can trust the announcer, because every announcer's got a different fucking pronunciation of wrong. How wrong? Horang. Bob. I'd like to see them mispronounce Bob at some point.
Just call him Bob. Anyway, yeah, the reason I go with Li Xiaolan is, or I went with Li Xiaolan at first, is because he is a piece of shit during fights, and you can make him pretty talkative with just the one line.
Right. I was thinking of his Bruce Lee yells that he makes.
Oh yeah. No, I just loved going into Hitman stance and then spamming "come on" because people would turtle up.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like, I'm just here. It's a taunt. You can hit me out of it. And then they wouldn't because they think that I'm faking them out.
Oh
And
yeah.
so by the time that they would actually try to hit me, I was actually faking them out.
The great thing is when you do that, if you're the person, if you see a Li Xiaolong player do that, you suddenly your brain goes stupid and you forget whatever the longest reaching move you have is.
Yeah.
Ah,
And then if you're Horang, then you can just do your forward 3, I think. And he takes care of it anyway.
yeah.
Like, you know, the stupid ass lunging kick that he has where he turns into a freaking inflatable offspring to men or whatever. Something like that.
Yeah, I definitely know Horong. I know about Horong's goofy shit. I played a lot back to Son back in the day, so yeah, I'm aware there's those guys are pretty good for range. I'll definitely say that. And of course, if you want to get into the real stupid characters like Devil Jin or oh damn it,
Angel,
Hachi's
Devil,
dad, Hachi's dad that you hated, Tekken 5 boss,
Jinpachi.
Jinpachi. Right, guys that actually have proper ranged moves, and then Li Xiaolong really can't do anything to those guys.
I mean, he can. You just need to get close enough.
Yeah. Ah. Negan looks like a very boring fighting character. I'll be interested to hear more people talk about his mechanics. Though, there is something to be said about how they straight up ripped, of course, the famous scene where he kills Glenn and Abraham, right? Where he lines them up outside the RV.
I wouldn't know.
I've only seen bits and pieces of that scene. And by bits and pieces of that scene, I mean I've only seen bits and pieces of Glenn all over the floor. Poor bastard. I don't think it ended with fucking Negan doing his best Nightmare impression, and yet that's how the trailer ended. Legit, did you fucking catch that, Addy? How much that was just plain Nightmare?
I'm only seeing she's a vampire bat. That's when I stopped. Is there something that should I let those like 5 seconds play? Am I missing something?
You might have missed it already. I don't know. There's a part where Negan holds Lucille in two hands and legitimately does the Nightmare animation. You know where Nightmare holds Soul Edge, lifts it up in the air, and says, "Soul Edge, give me strength." Negan does the exact same thing, except instead he just says, "Lucille, give me strength," and it does a fucking anime power boost when he does it.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I was talking about when I said that he, whether or not he has a devil trigger or something like that in the show.
I don't think he does, but the great thing is they actually got Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I don't know if they just ripped lines from the show or actually got Jeffrey Dean Morgan in a voice acting studio. And I don't know what idea I'm happier about. The idea of them specifically calling in Jeffrey Dean Morgan to pay him to say, "Lucille, give me strength," or the idea that at some point in the show, Negan did his best Nightmare impression.
The thing is, if it was in the show, then I'm expecting him to actually get up in the armor, and the organic hand, the like unmakeable organic hand. How would you even make it? Out of paper mache, I guess. But
Addy, have you ever seen the fucking William Birkin cosplays from Resident Evil 2?
No.
You can do anything with costume work. Hang on, let me go fucking. Well, firstly, let me mute myself and you guys talk for a little bit longer about Or Addy, explain what you know about Negan while I look this up.
Jack shit. I know jack shit about Negan.
Yeah, what do you know about the Walking Dead character Negan? And how do you think he'll impact this Tekken game? Or no?
He exists in a plane of existence that is not ours. Possibly. He has a bat. He might be Nightmare. We don't know.
Might be Nightmare.
I mean, the Tekken universe, I think, is actually canonically like the modern times of the Soul Calibur universe. So
Right. I think all fighting games at one point or another have intersecting canons.
yeah. So
Okay, so I was looking for a GIF. I was only able to find a picture, but the eyeball actually moves and looks around.
What?
On that cosplay.
That's awesome.
So if you think Nightmare is unreasonable, somebody did that.
Okay then. Is this Nemesis or?
No, that's William Birkin. Nemesis is a very different
Oh.
character.
I only remember the hand. I don't remember which freaking horror game it was from, but there's like this gigantic pale dude with a similar hand.
Well, that's one of the many forms of Birkin. There's another form of Birkin that's also pretty famous. Let me find you a picture. And the audience, hopefully you know who Birkin is. Maybe that's the Birkin design you recognize?
No, I think he was in freaking Marvel vs. Cap. No, I think it was in Mugen. What am I talking about? It might be a Resident Evil villain though. But I think it's similar art style to Jill Valentine. Whatever.
Hang
I don't
on.
remember which one it is.
Okay, you remember a giant hand. Okay. Well, I can clarify for you that isn't Nemesis, cause hang on.
Yeah, Nemesis is the guy with like normal heads and like the Goomba face from freaking the Super Mario's movie.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Damn it! I know you're. Wait. Okay. Are you thinking of Resident Evil 4? The guys with the guys that are blind and they have the long Wolverine claws.
I don't know. I remember like a more or less naked guy, really tall, really pale. One of his heads are like the claw heads on the first picture.
You're thinking of the
And
tyrant.
then-
You're thinking of the tyrant. I just remembered him. Hang on. Let me find. There's been several tyrant designs, so you could have thought of any number of them. But hang on. You're thinking
Yeah,
of
that guy.
Yep, that's the tyrant. That's the final boss of RE1. Ah, Resident Evil's got so many fucking design cues that they keep from monster to monster.
Gigantic as claws.
Yeah. Also, naked.
Yeah.
Alright. So, with that done, hey, back to comic book shit. So, the Captain Marvel second trailer dropped, and I went ahead and watched it. I don't know if Pink did. He's currently a little bit busy right now.
I definitely did not, so
Yeah, but I figured you wouldn't give a shit.
yeah.
So, it's, well, I mean, there's still not much to see, but I don't think any of us here are particularly huge Captain Marvel fans, so there's nothing, like, we're gonna really remark about. I'll say I don't like Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. Because, quintessentially to me, Carol comes off as a take no shit off anyone kind of character, and Brie Larson, I mean, it's partially because of her voice, but also because of the way she generally acts. She comes off as childish. Not a very... She doesn't seem like a military person.
Right. I was thinking the same thing when I was watching the trailer earlier before the podcast. I was like, her voice just kind of doesn't suit Carol to me. It's like, in fairness, I didn't like Tom Holland's voice when I first heard it, but after a while, you kind of forget about it. So we'll see how that goes in the future.
I mean, I'd love for Brie Larson to prove me wrong,
Yeah.
but Carol needs to be tough. She needs to be I guess, hard person, and Brie Larson comes off as very soft.
Yeah.
Like, I would say Carol's flaw, if anything, is that she's a bit too hard of a person.
Right.
I think that's one way of phrasing it. The other way is fascist, which I'll elect not to, but, you know. So,
Right.
Doesn't she take over like a country?
No, that's Riri Williams, the new Iron Woman,
Ironheart, I think.
Ironheart
is her name.
Yeah. I haven't been keeping up with Riri Williams because I heard about that first issue and I was like, yeah, okay, so she's not really a character. Is she supposed to be a satire?
Bendis was on the way out. He was just throwing stuff at the wall. He didn't care.
Yeah.
What
Riri
if you
Williams
made-
sounds like
what
a
if you
fucking...
made-
Everything I've heard
What-
about
what-
Riri Williams paints her as a satire of these new characters rather than a proper new one herself.
Right.
What if we made freaking Shazam's like the arch nemesis, but the protagonist?
Oh, dude, Eddie, Black Adam has been the protagonist of several stories, and so has Doctor Doom and Magneto and Loki.
Well, yeah, but
If we want to go on about Marvel villains, they're like huge dictators, but are portrayed as heroes, anyways. Like Doom, especially nowadays, because I think nowadays Doom is just a straight up hero.
Right. Pretty sure he was Iron Man at one point.
The infamous Iron Man, I believe.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom changed his ways. Now he's Doctor Mood.
Dr. Mood. I love it.
That sounds like a Deadpool villain.
Like, he didn't even like mold a new mask. He just cut out like a rectangle out of his normal mask and just flipped it upside down and welded it back.
I would kill for that depiction of Doctor Doom where he's just got a permanent smile on his face, but he's still Doom. Oh man. I will say the thing that is shocking me about Captain Marvel so far, we could probably figure Nick Fury was going to play a big part. I was not figuring he would be the sidekick for the entire fucking movie, and that's what it's looking like right now.
Yeah, that's how it looks like. I figured he'd only have like one or two really small appearances because, they're using all that CGI to make him look way younger. So I was like, oh, he'll only have a few scenes in there because he can't play that major of a role because he's already a big player down the line and they don't want to use all those resources on his face and whatnot. But no, here he is, just straight up sidekicking it.
I mean, this being
fantastic.
He does look great. It's an extraordinarily good makeup job. But, I mean, this being Sam Jackson, I think Sam Jackson's probably at this point pretty used to them throwing a fucking wig on him. Because he was bald all the way back in the 90s, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I wonder if playing Nick Fury for the longest time was a relief because he didn't have to throw a wig on.
And now he did.
Damn you, Kevin Feige. Why do you betray me so?
You won't even let me have my scene with the motorcycle and the guns.
Oh my god, imagine if that was in this movie. Because this would be the perfect time. Because this was back when Nick Fury was a younger ass kicker. So. Just when we think.
Ride his bicycle through a scroll warship.
Yeah, just when we think the Skrulls have finally got Carol beat, in comes Nick Fury. In comes Black Fury. Oh, man. And we got another shot of Carol punching the shit out of that old woman. And,
She will be the antagonist.
Dude, she's a Skrull. The old lady is a Skrull. Because now that this trailer's extended it, after Carol punches the old lady then does a flipping drop kick to Carol.
Oh.
And then does a fucking handstand cartwheel.
So when are we going to recognize that freaking the Marvel movies are just turning into like the 70s wire fu?
Well, I mean, Iron Fist should have been that, and it's funny you do mention that because the next topic, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But
and it's like I don't even mind taking wire fu shows because I think that those movies look good for what they are. The thing is, if you're going to do this in 2018, commit to the act. Make it so the hit sounds take like half a minute to register.
I mean, hey, maybe we'll get there. Who knows? I'm still kind of shocked that at the time Fox was willing to let them take the Skrulls, though now, of course, now I don't think they're probably going to be able to take it back.
Right.
I don't think they're going to be able to Spider-Man these Skrulls, honestly. Oh, man. Maybe, hopefully, the Skrulls are a symbol of what is to come.
I don't know why, but when you said maybe, but for whatever reason, my mind defaulted to Hulk Hogan. Maybe Hulk Hogan can save this.
Oh my god. Who the fuck would Hulk Hogan play?
He'd play himself as the leader of the Scrolls.
Ah, okay. And Hogan being Hogan, he'd portray himself as a bigger hero than any of these fucking Marvel losers. It's like that after that WWE show he showed up at, the fucking Saudi Arabia show, where he then went on Twitter and fucking shit on all the other wrestlers and said he was amazing.
But
Yep.
the thing is, wouldn't they need to give him CGI as well so he would look like he's in his, I don't know, 40s or whatever he was in during that time?
This is Hogan. Hogan's not going to acknowledge the fact that he aged.
That's true. Bandanas.
Oh boy, my internet just shit itself. What'd you say, Eddie?
Oh, great. I said that he'll just put on 300 bandanas.
Okay, I thought you said he eats the bandana, which I would have also believed, but you know.
The bandanas give him youth.
That's how he preserves his life, by eating the bandanas.
Yeah. Yeah, Pink, you got cut out of the revelation that Hulk Hogan retains his youth by eating bananas.
I heard that last part.
We don't know about it, but when we get older, our youth actually secretly leaks out of our skull, or not skulls, our scalps, and Hogan's the only one who knows about it, and he's keeping it to himself so that he'll be the only immortal.
Hogan's been preserving his youth since he was 20, wearing bananas everywhere. His hair fell out, but he will be youthful when he's freaking 350.
He shaved his hair off so that it wouldn't catch any of the youth.
Yeah.
It all goes to the bandana. And unfortunately, this method of immortality has the consequence of giving you this consequential side effect of giving you hot dog skin. But you know,
It also only works if you're the right gay guy at the right time.
Oh man, it also makes you mildly racist. Wait, mildly? Oh man. So there's your Captain Marvel discussion. Hulk Hogan's got to eat the bandanas to get the hot dog skin. So, you know, see Captain Marvel in theaters in February.
Yeah. The next trailer, it will turn out that the old woman freaking Captain Marvel part is actually just Hulk
The old
Hogan.
woman is Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan has never done a fucking flipping drop kick in his life. Who are you kidding?
I mean, it's Hulk Hogan. Would you tell him to not do a flipping pile driver? Yeah. Would you tell him not to do a Canadian destroyer?
Yeah, I'd tell Hulk Hogan to do that, but mostly just for the fact he might land on his head, and that probably would be doing the world a service. Oh, man. So, hey, Pink, you're our resident Marvel expert. Do you give a shit about Shang-Chi?
No, not really. Can't say I do.
Alright, well, apparently, you know, the grand fucking repertoire of projects that DC and Marvel keep backlogged. You know how DC's like working on a million things right now? They're working on Swamp Thing, Sandman, a Cyborg movie, oh boy.
Oh boy.
It will just be a one long how it's made.
That would actually be awesome. Shut up.
I loved how it's made.
So Marvel's adding another one to its backlog, Shang-Chi, because I don't know what to say here. Because I guess Iron Fist was enough of a train wreck.
Yeah, they heard all the outcry and they were like, okay, what the people really want is an Asian martial artist.
Well, the thing here is, not to bring up the fucking, it feels like a decade old now, the fucking argument from Iron Fist, but it gets into the argument of, is it not more racist to have the martial arts hero be Asian?
Yeah.
I mean,
what people really want is the Asian martial artist Blade.
Oh man, Addy, don't curse me with that. That's too awesome. Wesley Snipes wants it to be a thing, and so do you. Maybe eventually, if enough of us gather enough support.
Yeah, once I've conquered Europe, all of Europe's funding will go to Wesley Snipes getting a new Marvel movie.
It'll be like fucking, damn it. What's the fucking basketball player that goes over to North Korea and is best friends with Kim Jong-un?
I don't know. Pink?
Ah,
It's slipping my mind, and I can see him in my mind. I can fucking see him in my mind's
yeah.
eye. With the dyed
I know
hair and
exactly who
everything.
you're talking about, but I don't remember the name.
Oh, fuck. Well, we're gonna find that guy's name out after this podcast ends and feel like idiots.
But the thing is, if there will be another Blade movie, it will need to end.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman, yeah. Wesley Snipes will be to Addy what Dennis Rodman is to Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, but if there will be another Blade movie, it definitely needs to end on freaking Wesley Snipes and Triple H having a fight.
It ends where it began.
Yeah.
It's like doing the Metal Gear thing where it's playing the theme of Triple H from Blade 2.
No, it's actually just playing the game for Motorhead.
That would work too.
Yeah, the twist is actually like it's not the vampire that Triple H played. It's actually just Triple H who is a vampire in canon.
Oh man, that'd be awesome. Alright. So, we mentioned last week that Fallout 76, massive fucking train wreck for several reasons. And this might be the biggest train wreckiest of train wrecks of all time.
Lordy.
So, people naturally are asking for a refund. Well, the Bethesda thing is fucking bugging the fuck out and sending people's refund tickets. Well, I think they fixed it now by forcing everyone to close the damn app and update it. God help you if you were offline, I guess. And for a while there, at least for a day, a full fucking day, people's refund tickets were getting sent to other users. So there was at least one user who just had a fucking backlog of fucking refund tickets. And there were several people. There was at least one who was assumed to have been a good sport about it and was letting people know, hey, your refund ticket got sent to me. There's guaranteed to be at least one person, more than likely a dozen, that used it to steal people's credit card information. Because guess what that fucking refund ticket includes? Their name, their location, and their fucking credit card number.
And here's the thing, just like with anything Bethesda does, the modding community made it salvageable.
Yeah.
by thinking of actually fixing people's problems in Bethesda servers.
Yeah. Why would Bethesda even make video games when they can just get the fans to make them for them? At this point, they've taken that philosophy and applied it to everything. They didn't actually make the Bethesda app. Somebody else did, and they just took it.
They didn't actually make Bethesda. There's nobody at Bethesda but Todd Howard. It's just Todd Howard and the modding community.
Todd Howard is secretly the Frankenstein-esque creation of modders.
Yeah, Todd Howard was hacked together by Skyrim modders somewhere.
Don't let anybody know, but they secretly stole the hair model from some fucking Nord warriors.
No, they stole the hair model from freaking Tatsune Miku.
Okay. So, that is a train wreck in every possible regard, in a degree that I want to laugh, but at the same time, I feel so fucking bad for anyone who had that happen to their refund ticket.
Right.
I mean, you'd think things couldn't get worse for them after they bought Fallout 76, but then it did.
And then this happens, yeah. The thing is, like, I feel sorry for the people who it happened to. I don't feel sorry for Bethesda. Good riddance to Bethesda.
Why would you? It's their fault. Every single part of this is their fault. If they'd sent out a game that wasn't hot garbage, they wouldn't be getting this many refund tickets. I want to think that they just did not plan on ever receiving this many refund tickets at once. So, like in the coding, there was a fucking overflow error in the coding, right?
They didn't plan on getting refunds because everybody keeps buying Skyrim for their potato.
Oh, man. Ah, man. That's just That's great and terrible. It's like Voldemort. Great but terrible. Greatly terrible. Just terrible. If we go back to basketball, that's what Charles Barkley would say. Terrible. Just terrible.
And then he would hit people with the basket boy, or
Basket boy?
the basket boy.
Oh man, are you trying to lean this into a fucking Charles Barkley shut up and jam Gaiden?
Yes.
Is this where we hit the Doom Dunk or whatever it was?
Yeah. It's something like that.
Bethesda performs the Doom Dunk to end the world
No,
after Fallout
no,
76.
the Doom Dunk is performed on Bethesda.
Oh my god. Alright then. So, hey. The Game Awards happened. And we were all kind of expecting, oh boy, this is going to be a lot of indie game announcements, and who gives a shit? Oh boy, was it anything but. So, we got, first of all, Mortal Kombat 11.
Yes, I actually knew about this because it got leaked.
I'd heard about a leak, but there'd been so many leaks about Mortal Kombat 11 that I stopped paying attention.
Yeah, according to people, freaking, like, so far, like, at this point, if the leaks, which are probably not true, are true, the only main that I have in this game is Ermac.
Ooh, who else did you have before?
You get out.
Who else were your main? I don't want to spoil myself on the roster too much, but what mains did you lose?
Kano and Baraka. Baraka in 9 and Kano in this.
That's surprising that Kano won't come back. But after what
Yeah.
happened to Baraka and MKX, like I can predict what they're going to do to poor Kano.
Yeah, and then the other people who from what I remember, like, I don't have the thing pulled up, so I wouldn't know for a fact, but from the other people that I remember more or less being on the list of people who are not playable, but in the game to some extent, are Ferrator. So they had a long run.
Ferrator, if you would have told me that any one of the new characters from MKX was getting dropped, I'd say it's Ferrator. I love Ferrator, don't get me wrong, but nobody else liked Ferrator.
So yeah, them. I believe Liu Kang and Melina are also on the list.
Liu Kang and Melina are back.
Yeah, according to this leak, the story is that Raiden has
travel.
gone. No, Raiden has gone evil again, and is basically a dictator over Earth and the Earth realm, while Liu Kang and Melina are ruling over Nether realm, more or less.
No, I think you're confusing Melina and Katana.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. But the ending of the MK11 trailer showed what is presumably the Elder God of Time with a giant fucking sand fucking hourglass. And the other
Okay, let me
important
check because I might have missed this.
I think that leak may be incorrect, Daddy. Because here's the other thing. To add on to that time travel theory, the trailer is Dark Raiden and modern day Scorpion beating the shit out of each other, and Dark Raiden kills modern day Scorpion, only for Dark Raiden to then get cheap shotted and killed by MK3 Scorpion. So time travel bullshit is involved. More than and we probably should have called.
Draco.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, no, never mind. I see Shao Kahn and I immediately go Reiko.
Oh yeah. He looks skinny enough to be Reiko. I'd love for it to be Reiko, at least partially because people will get angry. People get irrationally angry about Reiko, which makes me kind of love him. But I absolutely love that Shao Kahn's going to be playable again.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, depending on the price, I might actually pre-order this shit for PlayStation.
I think people who pre-order it get to play the beta in March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in March.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because the game's coming out in April.
Ooh.
So
I have $100 on me right now. Let me check if the price is up.
I'm surprised it's getting released so early because trailer just dropped
That-
a few days ago. So
A little bit from the school of Fallout 4, I guess.
right.
The funny
Let's
thing.
hope it won't be all shit.
Oh yeah, let's hope. The funny thing there is, we assumed it was following the usual patterns, right? With NetherRealm, where new game is revealed at E3, comes out the next year. Next year's E3, new game. Next year it comes out, right?
Right.
So I was weirded out that it wasn't shown at this year's E3, so I figured that meant they were probably going to try and take their time with this one. Nope. It's just that apparently the Game Awards outbid E3 for who gets to show the trailer first.
Yeah.
And supposedly the first big gameplay reveals will be in a live stream on January 17th. So that's when the actual details will come out, and Addy, I'd recommend holding off purchasing until then.
Yeah, it's not even up. So
Yeah, because I think the typical Mortal Kombat thing is to reveal 6 characters, maybe 8. I want to say that when they first debuted MKX, it showed off Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Cassie, Ferrator, Kotal Khan, and Devora, I believe, were the 6 characters that were first shown off for MKX. So yeah, they'll probably show off another 6 at the start.
I'm kind of hoping that Urmeki is among them because, I want to see the Vonomain that I get. If
I think the
rumors
leak's
are
wrong.
true.
I think the leak's wrong.
I mean, I'm hoping, but still.
'Cause
I'm kind of hoping that they put Urmek back on the ground. Because as much as I love seeing him fly and shit, and as much as I like I don't remember which one it is, the fighting style that everybody uses with Urmek. Like, I kind of miss MK3 Urmek when he was just Scorpion, but with freaking telepathy.
I can't see that ever coming back. Because now, like, it feels like they have to have a designated flying character on the roster just to fill out the spot. And Ermac is that character. Ermac is the flying character. So unless they come out with another
That's
flying...
Kenshi. They do the same thing. He can levitate as well.
Kenshi can't fly. He can float, but he can't fly. Ermac straight up flies.
In certain fighting styles.
In certain fighting styles, right. The gameplay, there isn't a whole lot of information. The Steam page has a couple in-game screenshots, and the game looks really good. They finally switched the fucking engine. It looks like they've switched up to Unreal 4, because they've been working with Unreal 3 for the longest time, and
they switched to Unreal 5.
Fuck off, Epic. Now we get to dictate it. But there's always been a thing with NetherRealm with questionable faces. Pink, I'm sure you can remember a couple faces in Injustice 2 that looked a little bit goofy.
Right.
Superman looked real goofy in Injustice 2. I don't know what was up with him. Fucking jowls. So I'm glad to see that. And we have a little bit from a description of the trailer that says that there's going to be character customization, and there's also going to be the return of the variant system.
What? What do you mean character customization?
There's definitely going to be character customization. Here's the thing. When I played Injustice 2 and I saw the gear system, I was like, this is a prototype. This is a fucking prototype for what they're going to do with MK11. And what I thought was, legitimately, the fucking thoughts that ran through my head were, Injustice should have got the variation system and Mortal Kombat should have got the character customization system. Because with Injustice, these are superheroes that have established, like, general things they can do. So it makes more sense for them to have solid variations. And because they're copyrighted characters that are controlled by DC, NetherRealm wouldn't be allowed much freedom for character customization options. And Pink saw most of the customization options, and he can vouch for me that a lot of them were pretty fucking lame.
Yep.
So Mortal Kombat, where it's their own IP, so they can do whatever the fuck they want, character customization makes way more sense, because we'll have way more variety and way more interesting shit.
I pulled up the pictures on the Steam page, and I don't know why, but Dark Raider being red and black looks really weird to me.
Dark Raiden's always been red and black, hasn't he?
No, he was or black and blue, I think, in Deception or Armageddon.
No, I don't think so. He might. I think he even had red lightning.
He had red lightning, I know that, but he didn't have red in his clothes, I don't think. Let me check the freaking warehouse. That's the most...
I think he had a little bit of green. You might be getting that. I think he was red, black, and green.
we'll see in a second. He had he had black and green, and he had black and blue.
Ah, okay. All right, I don't remember that. I guess my memory failed me.
I mean, here's a picture that I found that you don't necessarily need to put up. If it actually shows up. Yeah.
I mean that
So-
he's got blue lightning, but he's got red eyes and a reddish brown sash.
Well, yeah, but in the new outfit, his sides are red.
That's true. That's true. I was probably thinking of the MKX design for Dark Raiden. Okay, or Dark Raiden, excuse me. But I mean, here's the thing. Addy, if you complain too much about missing Kano in Mortal Kombat 11, I want to remind you, Melina's super fucking dead. I mean, she might come back, but the odds are not in her favor. And I'm real fucking lost without Melina.
I mean, can't they just explain having her in the game again by just saying that they grew another one?
I mean, they could, but the thing is, a lot of those endings are probably non-canon. I mean, Shang Tsung's still dead, so... Because that Ermac ending probably also isn't canon. And presumably Shang Tsung's the only one who knows how to make a new Melina. Besides, they probably need Katana's DNA for Melina or something, and there's no way they're getting that now.
I mean, wasn't she zombified?
Yeah, in hell.
Oh, right.
Alright. I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between, oh, this is a bit where I talk with Addy, this is a bit where I talk with Pink, this is a bit where I talk with Pink. Hey, okay, so, hey, Pink, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, it's a fucking thing. Holy fucking Luya.
We've waited so long. We thought it was just a dream.
Okay, so here's the thing about it being a Nintendo exclusive, though. Soon constantly talks about how he utterly adores the first two games. And Soon has been begging for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 ever since he heard about Square Enix doing a Marvel game. And the fact that and Soon hates Nintendo with a passion. I hated to be the bearer of bad news on that one. I could feel his fucking heart I could feel him die all the way up in fucking... I'm not gonna say where he is.
Right.
All the way up in the mountains.
In the mountains.
Where he lives as a hermit.
Oh,
He's a hermit now that he's heard the news.
Up in the old... Yeah. He's run off to the Appalachians. He's gonna spend the rest of his days chewing tobacco and playing Monster Hunter.
Or he's gonna be playing tobacco and chewing Monster Hunter. We don't know.
Yeah, that too. So, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, the Black Order, because they had to tie it into Infinity War somehow, but, striking while the iron is hot.
Right.
As the Black Order is all fucking dead in the movies.
This game has been in development for a long time. They just couldn't unleash it until they owned all the rights to the Fox characters. As you can see, Wolverine in that thumbnail right there.
The weird thing is, Wolverine's the only Fox character they've actually shown.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3 will get stepped onto Switch in 2019.
I could see that, actually, because they put it on PC recently, about a year ago. They're probably more interested in re-releasing Marvel 3 than they are in actually making a new one.
Right.
So, there's not a whole lot to take away there. It's mostly cutscenes of the Black Order members being like, blah, 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 Thanos,
Right.
But my takeaway there, firstly, the game looks absolutely hideous.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoever designed the models needs to be fired. The other thing is, I noticed it looks like, we don't get to see much of the gameplay at all, but it looks like there's more of a focus on combos. Did anyone else notice that?
Hero action.
I certainly did not notice that.
I mean,
Stylish hero, real-time strategy.
that would actually
Right
be...
on.
Addy, that is what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for here. But it just seemed like... I remember Marvel Ultimate Alliances, the original 2. I didn't put much time into 2, so it could have been different. But I remember with 1, how their playstyle, the character playstyles did not vary that much. In terms of direct gameplay, it was more so in terms of stat differences, you know?
Right.
So I'd love to see Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 make it where they actually feel different to play.
Yeah.
And I think having combo and actual proper gameplay mechanics like that would go a long way in that direction. And
But
Yeah,
here's
it can
the
help.
thing. Here's the thing. You said when we recorded Sengoku Basara, you said that the freaking superhero games aren't as ridiculous, and then now here we are.
well, no. Here's the thing, Addy. In Sengoku Boss, here the longest we saw in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3's trailer, we saw Spider-Man comboing 4 dudes, right? In Sengoku Basara, you were comboing 60 dudes. So excuse me, I
it's more like
believe I'm still correct on that
600,
front,
but-
Addy. So
I mean, I don't know. We just need a Hog game. He can combo 600 dudes at once.
we already got that game. It was Ultimate Destruction. You can
Wasn't it shit?
no, it was supposed to be one of the all fucking greats. That's what it was. Prototype was a spiritual sequel to it because they couldn't get the licensing. You can rip a police car in half and then put each half over your hands and use them as boxing gloves.
Or you can put them on your feet and then have roller skates.
That would have been awesome. Hulk can run up the side of a building and then do an elbow drop off of it. So, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Holy shit. I mean, there's every chance in the world this is going to be crap.
Yeah.
Marvel Infinite is not instilling confidence in me right now.
Yeah. It's like I'm very happy to see the Ultimate Alliance name is back because I didn't think that we ever get one again. But it's also not by the same developer or the publisher or anything like the originals were, and it has me very cynical of how it's going to be when it actually releases. Right now, I'm not sold on it because, like we were saying, it doesn't look great. And I don't know, everything else just kind of has me sketchy.
What gets
It's gonna be like those Square Enix Final Fantasy mobile games where you freaking gachapon your characters for money and then you can only use them like once in a battle
what gets me
before
is
waiting 24 hours.
what gets me is the Black Order thing, because it feels like a thing that's just designed to get the kids that just finished watching Infinity War, right? That
Right.
also, the Black Order is probably not an expensive set of characters to license.
Right.
Because I'm sure Marvel scalped Nintendo for money on this. Because, like, we saw how fucking minuscule the budget was for Marvel Infinite, and I have a strong feeling that's in play here.
Right.
And we remember how Marvel Heroes was just utterly annihilated in the last year or two. Because the budget just straight up ran out for that game.
And now that game is no more.
Yeah. So, I mean, with Marvel Infinite getting announced and Spider-Man getting announced, I was so hopeful to see Marvel make a video game comeback. But if they're not going to commit and they're just going to make shitty tie-in games, I wish they would have kept it dead.
Right.
I mean, they're a part of Disney now, so freaking whatever, what was it called? Like freaking Skyblocks or whatever the hell can come back. The thing Disney had going where you needed to buy like toys to actually have characters in the game.
Infinite, right? Infinite. Oh man. And the
Yeah, Infinite 4.0 or 5.0 or whichever
who gives a fuck?
version we're on. Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like there's a good chance DC is still going to stay king of the superhero video game mountain.
Thanks to Ed Boon. I nearly called him Ted Boon.
Ted Boone.
Ed Boon and Rocksteady. Oh man, and the saddest news this week was fucking hearing Rocksteady confirm they're not working on a Superman game. Oh.
Instead they're working on the new Harry Potter game.
That thing that leaked super hard and no one's acknowledged it.
Yeah.
Uh, that's a solid worst kept secret ever. It's as badly kept. It's as badly kept a secret as Voldemort's real name. He who shall not be named. By the way, he's Voldemort.
Yeah. Freaking the new Harry Potter game will be revealed that it's also a stylish hero action. Freaking 2019, year of the hero, stylish hero action.
Oh my god. So, a little bit more of a
just like, sorry for cutting in. The freaking the picture is painted in my head to just imagine Harry Potter waving around the wand, and there's just hundreds of freaking Dementors.
Addy, did you see that they showed off the first gameplay footage of V for Devil May Cry 5?
No.
Yeah, you should go see that later. Cause yeah. Wave the wand and shit happens. Or well, wave the cane in this case, I guess. So another.
What did I say? Because people came into the room.
Yeah, I figured. So another bit of news for me and Pink to talk. The first proper paid DLC character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has been revealed, and
Right.
I don't think any of us saw it coming. Which
I certainly didn't.
which
Of
is
course,
fun.
I had no idea what could possibly be coming at all because it's like the roster was already so full as it was, and I think you had asked us all at one point during a podcast which characters we wanted to see in the game, and I could not think of one because the options are absolutely limitless. And now, here we have it.
It's incredible. Did you see where Reggie Fils-Aime actually went on an interview and more like in really nice Reggie Fils-Aime type terms, more or less just said, yeah, at this point you don't need to be on a Nintendo console at any point in your history to be in Smash. Because there has never been a Nintendo Persona game. Persona 5 was a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, so tune in for the next Nintendo Direct when we revealed it the second, and I believe last DLC character for Smash Ultimate is freaking bloody hell, I forget his name. The guy from Breaking Bad.
There's 4 more, Addy. There's 4 more.
There's 4 more.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the thing is, this suggestion is so crazy. It's ruined Smash discussion again because it has now opened the floodgates on all kinds of crazy theories again. God help us. God help us. I've seen people asking for Kiryu already. God help us beneath the Goku tide.
Oh no, not even Goku, Naruto.
Oh fuck me.
No, not even Naruto, Sasuke.
Oh fuck me. I would buy the season pass and then download every character but him.
And then you'd go online and get bodied by Sasuke.
I'm not going online in Smash. Are you kidding me? All Bayonetas and Fox all day.
He'd do the same to you that he did to Sakura.
Oh god.
Ruin your life and then leave.
Oh man. So this is really interesting. The idea that they're just straight up at this point saying fuck it. Like, we knew with Cloud had never been on a Nintendo console before, but shortly after his release as a DLC, didn't like some Final Fantasy game with Cloud in it did finally come out on a Nintendo console?
I feel like that was the case.
Yeah, I think one of the Dissidias. So Joker has a good chance to straight up just be the first ever Smash Brothers character that has honestly never been and probably never going to be on a Nintendo console. Because
right.
If there was any time to announce Persona 5 being ported to the Switch, it would be now.
Yeah, we will get made a fool when it's getting announced that Persona 5 will get ported to the Switch on the same day the DLC gets released.
Oh man. So you remember a couple weeks ago when I was like, "Oh guys, some fucking leak said that Dante would be in Smash," and that it's probably wrong, but that's awesome. And you guys were like, Alex, you're crazy. Shut up. Dante's never been on a Nintendo console.
Including Dante from Devil May Cry. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, if Joker's in this, Dante's in this, and now, because here's the thing, Mortal Kombat 11, first ever Mortal Kombat game since like Mortal Kombat 3 that is going to be at launch on a Nintendo console. So now some people
Shao
are
Kahn! Yes!
not Shao Kahn. A lot of people are pitching Sub-Zero because Sub-Zero is probably the least morally complex out of the Mortal Kombat characters. But Shao Kahn would be awesome. Shao Kahn would be awesome, but Sub-Zero...
I want
to
bash Nessus.
They'd have to go with a ninja, Addy. You know that. They'd have to go with a ninja.
Right.
But
Sub-Zero's
I want
also the guy that already stars in the Injustice series as well, so I guess he's their mascot.
But I want to bash Nessus, school him with the hammer, and then throw his corpse off the freaking side with the shoulder bash.
That's true, but Scorpion's closer to Mortal Kombat's icon, but the thing is, Scorpion's a little too adult, because he fucking...
Yeah.
The skull.
Yeah, the skull.
Which obviously Japan might be a problem for kids.
Oh, wait, no.
Or Asian cultures.
You know who we could have? Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage would be awesome. Again, not iconic enough. Sub-Zero just makes sense. He's the one who's the most straight-up hero out of the Mortal Kombat roster.
Yeah, he's also the most boring.
I love Sub-Zero. Fuck you.
He's not edgy enough for Addy.
He's got a cool ice sword. Shut up.
It looks like shit. Then again, last I saw it, it was in freaking Armageddon, so...
He's got 1,001 design. His MKX design is great. Now that he's gone...
No, I don't mean Sub-Zero, I mean his sword.
Oh, the sword's different in MKX as well. It's more of a proper, like, long blade now. It did look terrible in Armageddon. You were right,
fine,
it did look terrible in Armageddon, but it looks better now.
Like, if they changed it, then fine, but the old design definitely looked like complete trash.
Yeah, they've also expanded it so now he can create more than just swords. He makes daggers and hammers and shit out of ice. It's real cool. And I'm sure Pink has fond memories of Sub-Zero being easily the worst character in Injustice. Getting his ass stomped by even losers like Joker and Swamp Thing.
I legit never downloaded the Mortal Kombat characters.
Yeah, I know you didn't. Because I think it actually showed us when we played MKX, no, not MKX, when we played Injustice, it showed which characters you could pick, and Raiden and Sub-Zero were both locked.
Freaking, like, I'm just, what's the word? Whatever. Like, basically, I'm just thinking about all the stupid shit Nintendo could pull off. Like, imagine if they actually just included Kano with the freaking heart rip fatality as his ult, or whatever, his smash.
They included that in Wreck-It Ralph, so fuck it, why not? Did either of you guys watch Wreck-It Ralph?
No.
Okay.
I did.
Okay, Kano was in it. You remember that. He was at the villains meeting. And during the credits, we get to see pixelated Kano do the heart rip fatality on a zombie.
Right.
And I was just appreciating the fact they figured out a way that they could put that on in a kid's movie. Because blood and gore's fine if it's coming from a zombie, evidently. Dead Rising, it's for kids. Oh man, Frank West in Smash, let's do it. Show me, give me Frank West.
No, put in Adam West.
If you think Dante's
60s Batman in Smash.
Oh man. Man, I saw some people saying since Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is a Nintendo exclusive, we're gonna get Wolverine, and I'm just like, fuck off.
I saw people saying Spider-Man.
Spider-Man would actually be awesome. Wolverine would be terrible.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool in Smash.
Oh man.
That would just be the worst, wouldn't it?
Deadpool has a passive where he constantly heals. So
Yeah.
if you wait long enough, you'll be back
I mean,
to
so does
0%, and they'll
Wolverine.
never be able to knock you off.
So does Wolverine, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it can just be explained away as freaking video game bullshit. He doesn't regenerate here. His regeneration power has been taken away by the Death Beam. He used up all of the regeneration that he had to not die to the Death
Again.
Beam.
I, you know, he, okay, you guys get to enjoy that picture there.
uh,
The resemblance is uncanny.
you
Oh,
know
that's
what?
incredible.
No, just put Sakurai in as a DLC character. Like, he's like Dr. Boskonovich.
Oh, that would actually be awesome. Shut up, Addy.
No, I
That should be the final DLC character.
like, I'm not even joking. I actually wouldn't mind having Sakurai in the game to be a joke character like just Dr. Boskonovich, who's actually, somewhat good, I guess.
I don't think any of us would mind.
Right. People would probably actively sign a petition if you made one for that.
Yeah.
They'd be all for it.
He's like, here's the last game. I'm in it. Bye. First
Here's the
done.
last game. I'm in it. Don't ask anything of me ever again.
And
Dude.
then continues to burn down the office on on stream with the freaking flamethrower.
Oh, man. Hey, if I get Dante, I'm never going to ask him for anything again.
Right.
I'm sticking to it.
No, but
I'm
then
gonna request Ivy Valentine now.
Oh, man.
yeah. Chicken. What like stupid out there thing could we get in Smash?
Well, the weirdest one would be Master Chief, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Master Chief or Marcus Phoenix? Marcus Phoenix would be weirder.
No. Modern era Cortana. The one where she doesn't wear any clothes.
Katana's what? Katana, MK9, Katana's pretty...
No, Cortana, not Katana. Cortana.
Oh, Cortana. Well, the thing is, she's not wearing any clothes, but she's also an AI, so she doesn't have any genitalia.
It's Japan. They'll add them.
Okay. Oh, man.
Oh, bloody...
Speaking of Smash, apparently it's pretty fucking good. Because it's getting lots of praise from critics, except people saying the story mode's crap. Which isn't a huge surprise.
Right. I think we all guessed that going in, so not a surprise there.
23 clear movies.
Nothing's going to beat Subspace Emissary, though.
No.
Oh, man.
No, imagine if the last DLC character is just a code that unlocks Master Hand. Like, not Balance.R, it's just Master Hand. You can play as him now.
Again, Addy, you're trying to suggest something as stupid, but it's actually awesome. Also, enjoy.
Or not even that. Crazy Hand is not in this game, is he?
He probably is. Because there's still an arcade mode, and if you play arcade mode on hard, then Crazy Hand shows up.
Because
Right.
if he wasn't included, then they could add him later as a playable character.
If
Not sure how he would
if
work.
Ridley is too big, Crazy Hand is too big, Addy.
Ripley, isn't he playable now though?
Mm-hmm.
So they can add Crazy Hand.
They had to make him tiny, though. He's way smaller than he was actually supposed to be. Like, Pink, are they retaining the one stage there was from Brawl where Ridley would attack you while you were fighting?
Yes. I think they've brought back every stage ever.
Okay, so can we get Mini Ridley versus Big Ridley?
No, make it so the bigger.
Oh, I
Ridley
hope
actually does
so.
this. Make it so the Ridley in the stage is the same size as the playable one, but the hitbox is just as big as it was in the old stage.
Well, I mean, it'd be a real way to mix up the gameplay. I do want to note about that story mode with all that sticker bullshit, or not sticker spirits. So, there's one last thing I just want to mention about this.
Okay, no, you know what? I've got it. The Fortress DLC character for Smash, Jotaro Joestar.
Oh my
People
god,
are
that's
definitely
worse
asking for it.
That's worse than Goku.
Yeah.
Just when I thought I'd... Oh, man. So, who wants to hear an uncomfortable bit of Metal Gear lore? So, Pink dropped out here, and I want him to be here for this.
I think I heard about this.
Yeah, I think I have at some point told you what happened to Pos in Ground Zeroes, yeah?
Does she blow up?
Worse than that. I'm waiting until Pink gets back to explain. But it looks like Pink's dead, so...
Are you
Yeah.
here with us? Okay,
I'm
good.
here now.
I don't need the Luigi board.
It wasn't my internet this time, or at least I don't think it was, because it was actually the Discord telling me that it was disconnected.
Oh, that was weird. Huh.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of Metal Gear lore there. So, one of the spirits is Paz Ortega Andrade, who is a major side character from Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes, and Phantom Pain. And her special thing she adds is that you get equipped with a Bob-omb. Well, here's the thing. In Ground Zeroes, she gets captured, tortured, raped by Skullface, which, Pink, you've seen Skullface already, yeah?
Maybe.
Big villain. He's the villain. And the last thing he did to settle it all off, he shoved a bomb up her vagina.
Oh my.
And she blew up. So, is this deliberate dark comedy on Nintendo's part?
I mean, huh?
they could add bomb equipping. I mean, when you think about it, it could be possible that your character could shove the bomb up the other character's orifices. For guys, he'd have to make do with shoving it up his ass, though.
Also, Goku's already in Smash. I just need to
Shut
find
up.
the tweet.
I know what you're gonna bring up. I saw it too.
Okay.
On one hand, I'd love to piss off people that want Goku in Smash by bringing that up. On the other hand, I don't want to indulge. I don't want to indulge them. I don't want to acknowledge them.
Right.
Cause fuck them.
The rest of the freaking the rest of the DLC characters are just the different freaking coach from protagonists. There's been like 15, so they can choose.
I mean, it's anyone's game now. Fuck it. Did you guys see that at one point in the Game Awards they had fucking Reggie Fils-Aime was also up there with the big Microsoft guy whose name escapes me. Who's the guy that
Daddy
always...
Herb.
Right, and the big Sony guy.
He's up there making deals.
It was either Larry or Phil.
If Gabe Newell was there, then it'd just be an assembly of the powers.
Gabe Newell comes out. Half-Life 3 exclusively on the Switch.
Damn you, Reggie Fils-Aime. How do you make such great negotiations?
His body is always ready.
Ah, yeah. So, hey, who gives a shit about Far Cry here?
I definitely played Far Cry once.
I did too.
I played Blood Dragon.
So they're making a new Far Cry game again. This one's gonna be a
Yay.
post-apocalyptic. Yay! Because Far Cry 5 ended on everybody getting nuked to shit. And I guess this was the only natural way to go after... Here's the thing with a big ending like that. That screws the pooch real bad. Because now their only option is time travel.
Yeah, so here's the thing. So they're gonna try the post-apocalyptic thing, fail, and then in the next actual canonical Far Cry, they'll team up with Bethesda, Ubisoft will, to just make the worst game possible.
Well, I mean...
Can you get worse than Fallout 76?
And you got me there.
Don't worry, eventually they'll reach Plumbers Don't Have Ties level.
No, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is good because at least you can laugh at it.
Yeah, that's true. You can laugh at Fallout 76. It's enough of a train wreck you can laugh at it.
I'd say it's bad enough that, like, it's just bad. Like, it's so bad that it completely smashes through the so bad is good part, and it goes back into so bad is bad again.
And we can get a good look at that cover where we've got the new Totally Not Voss prototypes. Oh my god, there is no series that has been struggling and trying to put lightning in a bottle more than Far Cry, is there?
Assassin's Creed.
It's all Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this time, Voss is reincarnated in the form of two young twin girls. Well, they look
His
young in the
preferred
art,
form.
but they look old in the trailers. I can't figure it out.
This is Voss's preferred form.
One of several preferred forms.
Yeah, this way he can play Fatal Frame.
Ah, yeah, there we go. And I gotta admit, a post-apocalyptic game was the most logical progression with the way Fallout... Far Cry... It's so close to Fallout, I just said Fallout. With the way Far Cry works...
Far Cry.
Like, it was a definite thing in Far Cry 5, a definite weird feeling of, this is in the middle of the United States. This kind of lawless wasteland would not be allowed to exist. Like, even with Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4, and Far Cry 2 less so, because it was Africa, and Africa's genuinely in a really bad place now. But Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4 even felt like this kind of place does not feel like it should exist anywhere in the modern world. And I could be wrong. I mean, if these places do exist, then they presumably would not be informed well about them, because that'd be part of how they exist.
Right.
But there is something patently unrealistic feeling about every Far Cry game. And it's part of why, whenever they got into that stuff where they veer slightly into the supernatural, I wanted them to just say fuck it and go full bore into it. Because it's already ridiculous.
Yeah,
Right.
then we got the only good Far Cry game, Blood Dragon.
Yeah, because it just went full bore into it. Oh. Yeah,
And then didn't they like somehow still explain Blood Dragon by drugs?
no, Blood Dragon's supposed to be a video game.
Ah,
But yeah, Far Cry 2, 3, 4, 5, and no doubt as well New Dawn all have segments where it's, you did the drugs, now fight the boss fight. They've got superpowers. Oh, you killed them. The drugs have worn off. They didn't have superpowers, silly. And Far Cry is such an incredible example, both of trying to put lightning in a bottle, and also, holy shit, there are some stories that go back to the same old well. Far Cry feels like it's just copy and pasted most of the time. I've played Far Cry 3 times, but I've only played Far Cry 3 once, you know?
yeah. I mean, do you know what the definition of insanity is?
They don't, evidently, because they've been trying to make Voss happen again and again and again.
I don't like.
I get irrationally angry when talking about Far Cry because I wasted $60
I
on
hate
Far
how
Cry 5.
I hate how whenever I bring that quote up, I want to do it with a freaking like southern accent because I saw it applied to that basically there was this joke that made me laugh a lot. It was
Half-Life
said
2?
about
Did you say Half-Life 2?
no.
I thought you said Hoplite 2. I was like, what?
Half-Light.
I thought you said hoplites like the fucking Greek soldiers.
No, the freaking people who kill us in Terraria. They're haunting me.
Them too.
Hoplite 2, it's a game about hunting us down in Terraria.
Yeah. No, but the thing about that quote is that whenever I say it, I want to say it with a southern accent because there was this joke that made me laugh a lot when it was applied to southern stereotypes.
I mean, there's a lot of southern stereotypes. What was the joke?
Eh?
Alright, hang on. I'm doing something real quick on my side. So, Pink, after your time with Far Cry 5, would you even be slightly interested in this?
Far Cry 5 was the first and only Far Cry game that I've played. So I don't have your experience with playing the same game over and over again, but with my experience, I probably wouldn't be quick to get out and get a sequel. Because the first experience was good enough for me. It's like I had my fill of it. I don't think it was one of my favorite games of all time. It wasn't terrible, but it's not something I see myself going back to over and over again. So I'm in no mood for a sequel, and my wallet is in no mood either.
Yeah. I mean, with the revelation of Mortal Kombat 11's existence, yeah, I'm... Even if I was interested, pass.
Right.
Okay. So, Avengers Infinity No, wait. Fuck.
Infinity Endgame.
Pink, you field this.
I hope that this gets like. I hope that this is a working title. It's actually something like the freaking Japanese names for the Marvel movies.
That would be funny if like the Japanese trailer got released but in English, so they've got the Japanese sub name,
No,
but the rest of
no,
it's still
Pink.
English.
I don't know. It might be Ragnarok, Thor Ragnarok. That was named something like Mighty Thor Battle Royale in Japan.
Something got lost in translation there.
Yeah.
The attempt to appeal to people who like Battle Royale. I think
The
it's already
freaking-
established in Japan.
Next, this movie will be called The Avengers Play Fortnite. To appeal to mass audiences.
Yeah, I guess so. Thanos already wiped out half the population, though, so I'm pretty sure that's more than a few Fortnite games ended.
Pink!
Pink,
You
I was
don't
trying
even
to
know
fucking let the silence go. Pink, you ruined it.
Pink! You don't even know how well this works because Thanos was in Fortnite.
I'm headbutting
Well, excuse
the wall.
me for not knowing what's going on here.
I'm headbutting the wall over here.
Oh, bloody hell.
Make it stop.
All right, Endgame. Did we all watch the trailer?
I did.
I didn't.
You didn't. Get out.
So, Thanos is farming. What a fucking nerd.
What a geek. Should all point and laugh.
Tony is starving in space. But he'll no doubt get out of that some way, because it'd probably be super anticlimactic if Tony just dies.
That'd be funny. Kick off the movie. It's like he survived the first one, but they kind of just left him stranded in space, and now he's dead.
Tony will
So,
get back to Earth, but he will be like, was it Ultimate Tony, the one who was a raging alcoholic?
Both
No.
Tonys are raging alcoholics.
Which one was worse?
Ultimate Tony also indulged himself in drugs. I don't think mainline Tony
Okay,
did.
yeah. So Tony returns to Earth, but he's actually Ultimate Tony.
That would actually be fine, because Ultimate Tony is a way better character than mainline Tony.
Right. I think they've already got Downey Jr. basically walking a fine line between the normal and Ultimate Tony. It's like he's really his own character at this point.
Yeah. In order for him to be mainline Tony, they just have to have him go full bore into shitheadedness, so, you know.
Right.
So, this is one of those trailers where they don't actually tell you very much.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot to talk about, actually, shockingly enough, considering it's Avengers.
Right.
The main
So
thing...
was that guy Hawkeye?
Yes.
Yeah, Hawkeye is a big takeaway here
I've been...
because he's no longer Hawkeye.
I found out he was going to be
He's also
Ronin,
old.
like, legitimately half a year ago. I have been trying to hide it from my family because I figured it would be a big spoiler. And it just shows up in the trailer, and I'm like, alright, well, fuck, I wasted the effort. Yeah, fuck it, guys. The new ninja guy is Hawkeye. Shit, I feel like an idiot for hiding it.
Does he die in the middle of the movie and get replaced by Blade for no reason in particular?
No. No, he becomes Ronin in the comics after Hawkeye dies, and then it turns out... Did it turn out he faked his death? I don't remember
No.
how Clint came back.
I honestly don't remember either. It was stupid to kill him off in the first place.
It was, but I look at it as Bendis was well known for hating Hawkeye. At least he chose to have Hawkeye go out in a cool way.
And I'm well known for hating Bendis.
Well, I mean, yeah. I look at it.
So-
I look at it as silver lining of at least Hawkeye went out in a cool way. Because there are some fucking characters in Avengers Disassembled that did not get to go out in a cool way. Vision.
Right. Bendis has shit on plenty of characters that didn't quite deserve it. I mean, even what's her face, Tigra. I remember there was a period of time where like she was consistently getting crapped on by Bendis. It's like certainly not one of my favorite characters, but come on now.
I think Bendis hated all the classic Avengers.
Which is why it disassembled the Avengers and then brought them back as all street level heroes.
Spider-Man, Wolverine, and fucking
Luke Cage.
I mean,
Daredevil.
I like Avengers. I like all of those except Daredevil being on the Avengers. Well, I don't know about Wolverine being on the Avengers. Wolverine being on the Avengers is so fucking weird. I don't know what to think about that. But the others I like being on the Avengers. Spider-Man's a little weird, and it started the kind of downward spiral into Joe Quesada, but you know.
Yeah.
If there's only one character that Bendis can actually write, it's nobody, but Spider-Man's close.
Like, he did well on Ultimate Spider-Man for a while.
Yeah, he can write. He can write Miles Morales, the concept.
I think I heard he's actually doing a pretty good job with Superman.
I forgot he was writing Superman.
Yeah, that's easy to forget, isn't it? It's easy to forget he's fucking switched sides because he's been such a Marvel guy for like 20 years now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, I knew he went over to DC, and I remember we talked about him writing in Superman, but the only thing I had heard of recently was he's doing something like, what's their other imprint? Vertigo? I think he was doing something with Vertigo over there.
Yeah.
I don't remember what, though.
Oh, he brought the Trunks back.
Right.
Of all people to bring the Trunks back, Bendis was not the one I was expecting.
Bendis was supposed to put him in actual pants.
Oh, man. Oh. Oh, now I'm reminded of New 52 Superboy that was just had jeans and how ugly it looked.
Right.
And his cape was just a fucking red blanket stapled to his shoulders.
Right.
Read a Superman that is actually just a it's just Clark Kent flying.
It's still in the suit and all, but he took off his glasses.
I'm sure that exists somewhere.
No, he still has the glasses on. People just don't realize that he's Superman for some reason.
Is it a jet? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Clark Kent. And Clark's just like, shit, I'm late for work. The only other big, well, I wouldn't even call it big. The only other bit of news coming out of that is that Captain America shaved his beard. Oh, no, wait, that's not actually news. Okay, the actual news is that Ant-Man's there. Oh, no, wait, that's also not news. Okay, the news is that Ant-Man figured it out how to get the fuck out of the quantum realm by himself?
Yeah. And now, for some reason, he's out in the world and has no idea what's transpired.
Hey, everybody's dead. What the fuck happened, guys? The fact that he just showed up, though, either it took him a long-ass time to get out of the quantum realm, or all that time skip stuff is actually super wrong. And given the fact that Tony is still floating out in space, the time skip stuff is actually probably super wrong.
Right.
Which is
why is
idea.
Tony alone? You have to wonder, because wasn't he left with the Rocket and
Nebula? He wasn't
Nebula,
left with
yeah.
Rocket. Rocket was on Earth. Rocket went with Thor on the Rainbow Bridge.
Oh, that's right. So it's just Tony and Nebula up there?
I was disappointed we didn't get to see Rocket there. I wanted to see that just in the back of the Avengers headquarters, there's now a fucking cat bed and Rocket's sitting in it. But I think Nebula is on the ship. It's just that Tony probably isn't on speaking terms with her. Because he, just ran into a random blue alien chick. And it's like, well, hi, I know your dad. He's a dick. He killed most of the people I know. I've been haunted by visions of him for the last 5 years.
What a shag.
No.
Dude, part of why I'm disappointed that Tony's apparently still stuck up over Pepper is I was honestly expecting there to turn out Tony and Nebula were sleeping together. Because it's fucking Tony.
I'm reminded of the words of the prophet himself, Kanye West. Tell me what's next, alien sex.
Ah, there we go.
I'ma disrobe you, then I'ma probe you. Will I abducted you, something or other. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics.
See, when I think of jokes about alien sex, I think about Jay and Silent Bob. I can't remember it, so I'm not going to say it, so I'll leave the mystery. But, yeah. The times have grown dim. Captain America has shaved his beard. The darkest timeline has begun.
Yep. I'm gonna miss that thing.
I saw somebody say that the beard was a victim of Thanos' snap. It just faded away off his face.
So, like,
Mr. America don't feel so good.
50% of the remaining 50% also lost their facial hair.
Cap's lucky. Bruce Banner looked down his pants and went, "Oh no." Thor was supposed to lose his hair, but since he'd already lost it, he was like, "Sweet."
Thor actually just became Triple H.
I mean, he's very close. Very, very close right now. Alright, in the last bit of news to come out of the Video Game Awards, we probably should have said this before in Avengers, because now it makes it sound like Avengers came out of the fucking Game Awards, which would be real funny.
Yeah.
The Outer Worlds.
Thanos came out and stepped away Reggie.
Oh man, there's the last DLC character for Smash. Thanos returns.
Stop making stupid suggestions that are actually awesome.
That wasn't a stupid suggestion. That was a legit suggestion.
Galactus for Smash.
Galactus shouldn't be a character. Galactus should be a stage.
Right.
So, hey, we all loved Fallout New Vegas, yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, The Outer Worlds is a old-timey, very Borderlands-y space sci-fi colonial thing about evil corporations. Go kill them. So, we don't know much about the story, so that seems to be about the extent of it. Very, very Fallout, very, very Borderlands. I'd honestly say it's more Borderlands than it is Fallout.
Yeah, when I was first watching the trailer, like in the first few seconds, I was like, "Oh, this they're just making Fallout but calling it their own thing because they probably don't have much else to work with." But I'm fine with that. But as it kept going on, I'm like, "This looks very Borderlands." I was not a fan of Borderlands, but you know, the thematics I was perfectly fine with.
I just hope that if we do get like basically Fallout New Vegas, the Borderlands freaking play, I hope that we also get a handsome Jack.
Ooh. Okay. Hang on, sorry, I'm running Yakuza economics over here. And Kiryu's just shouting and screaming at fucking real estate. So, yeah.
Perfectly reasonable.
Yeah.
The thing
yeah?
I just want to know, the thing I find funny here is the idea of Obsidian fucking taking the fame from New Vegas and running with it outside the Fallout license.
Right.
Which they should, considering Bethesda, but, you know.
Like,
yeah, so
that was their baby. They made it. They have every right to tout their success.
We'll take the part we like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my big takeaway from this trailer is that I'm glad that Pops got some work after regular show got cancelled.
He's gonna be getting work till the end of time. Every oldsy thing will have to include Pops.
Yeah.
There's not much to look at regarding gameplay. It looks like a shooter. The wildlife looks fun and kind of cutesy and cartoony, which is surprising.
Right.
Even in Borderlands, the wildlife was hideous.
I mean, Borderlands is hideous, so...
Yeah, it might be the worst ever example of cel-shaded graphics. Borderlands is one of the games I definitively think of when I think of, like, where somebody wasn't even really bothering with putting the objects in the world, making them properly touch, properly have collision. When I think of floating props, I think of Borderlands. When I think of floating draw lines, I think of Borderlands.
When I think of floating jawlines, I think of the Crab Twins.
Yeah. So Outer Worlds is actually one we'll probably want to keep our eye on. It's funny. This might actually be the first time ever that Pink has brought up a topic. Because this is Pink's topic. I actually skipped over it because I didn't bother with any of the new licenses out of the TGAs because I figured we wouldn't talk about them too much. But yeah, this is probably a pretty big one to talk about.
Yeah. It's like we had discussed Obsidian and their workings with Microsoft in the past and our speculation of what they would do next. So once I saw that they actually pulled something out and they actually had a trailer, I was like, "Oh, I should throw that in there because that's something we should talk about." Kind of bring us full circle.
Yep. I mean, the fact that it's Microsoft, I'd hope that they get an appropriately big budget.
Yeah. They should go all out because they've been very lacking in their exclusives department, and they know this.
Yeah, here's the thing, Pink. Nothing is truly exclusive because there's freaking the Xbox app on Windows 10.
It's on PC. Half the shit's just sold on Steam.
This is true.
You can buy Halo games on Steam now. It's weird. So that's fair warning. I'm probably going to, if I ever get this game, I'm not going to be getting it on Xbox probably. Not unless it has multiplayer. Right. I am definitely going to get that on PC. At least partially because it being Obsidian, they probably would have a fairly decent mod scene depending on what engine they're working on.
I mean, depending on circumstances, we might get mods on console as well as keyboard and mouse support.
Right, but I feel like the mods on console will never be as good as the mods on PC.
Right.
Because
you just want big anime TDs.
Yeah.
That's what I want, so yeah.
They also, I don't think they generally don't allow script extenders on console mods, and that pretty much makes all of the crazy big ones.
I'm not sure, it might just be a Bethesda thing.
It might, but I'm doubtful. The consoles definitely want to keep tighter control over everything.
I don't know, right. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but you can actually download shit on your Xbox now, like from the Explorer.
I think you could always do that.
How does that work?
I remember at one point accidentally downloading a Mugen character onto my phone, and that was real fucking weird. He just starts fighting pop-up ads.
Yeah.
Alright. So, what we got coming out on the channel soon? Well, Addy.
Who's not here, so.
Yes. Shut up, Addy. So,
yeah, so...
Addy, on your end, I'm going to assume more Sengoku Basara.
Yeah, I still have to edit the... I want to say it was 2 weeks ago when we recorded that session. So there's that. We also made a 5-hour session of Overwatch with Pink and Brian.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I have half of it edited. I need to re-edit that half of it because I messed up in the editing and left a freaking audio thing. So like, there's like 10 minutes when I talk in 2 voices.
So that's what we call efficient commentary.
Yeah. So that needs to be re-edited. Like, completely, because I already deleted the raw footage of that. Well, not the raw footage. I edited the footage that I edited together to be exported.
Alright.
So yeah, yeah.
Is a video 5 hours of usable content, or was the 5 hours just all the content that we recorded and it needs to get shortened down and whatnot?
It's 5 hours altogether. Like, it was 5.5 hours altogether. I'm gonna venture a guess and say that we only waited for the games to load for half an hour, so that's still 5 hours of usable content.
Right.
Alright, so I'd wager that's probably not going to be this week's one-off. That's probably going to be next week's one-off.
Oh, that's not a one-off. It will be like 10 episodes.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
We got a mini-series going here.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We are putting our finger in too many pies here, boys.
And the thing is, we wanted it to be a one-off, and then it went on for 5 hours. If you do the math,
Addy, how long ago did we finish Dead Space 2?
Yeah.
It's still not finished being fucking released.
I blame Nicole.
We've technically got Bioshock, Scribblenauts, Dead Space, Sengoku Basara, Overwatch, the podcast, and the one-offs all going up on the channel at the same time.
But yeah, to keep channel diversity.
Yeah,
With
that's
less work.
I guess. So, yeah, for obviously what's going up on the channel, I just fucking said what's going up on the main OFWest channel. Expect to see more Bioshock, more Dead Space 2. We've got to be getting closer to the end at this point. More Scribblenauts.
It'll never end.
Oh,
It'll never end. Marco will take over the channel.
not yet, it hasn't. That's why we got the needle put in your eye, Addy. So Sengoku Basara, and the one shot for this week will be Conan Exiles.
Oh, yay.
We
Yeah,
recorded that like 15 weeks ago.
It's been a whole 15 hours since we recorded that. Good lord.
Addy's been counting.
So yeah, Conan Exiles, as we've talked about it. We recorded like, I don't know, 3 hours. Usable footage, 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, and we played
Right.
way more than 3 hours.
Yeah.
We recorded 3 hours, played at least 30.
If we like did calculus of, game time versus actual meat, Conan Exiles would be pretty low.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'd
And
be
even the meat we got wasn't very much.
No.
It was all pure human meat.
It was us forcing meat into the game.
Oh, no, that just doesn't sound right.
It was kind of like forcing its meat into the game.
I think it says a lot that Terraria got us a better fucking content for investment, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Conan might be the worst example yet of there's so much time we need to put in this game to get any good footage. But yeah, Conan will be going up. We'll probably start the Overwatch mini-series this week as well. And that
Depending on how I have time to actually edit the thing together.
Yeah. And that should be it for this week on the main channel. Addy, do you have anything going up on your solo channel?
I have plans. I don't have anything concrete.
Alright, so it's a secret. Tantalizing.
No, what is the secret is the series that will come out of the Bizarre Adventures once we're finished with Sengoku Basara.
Ah, okay, so you're going to keep doing Sengoku Basara after the series finishes. Interesting. Or you're going to do a review.
No.
Oh, no. You're talking about what's going to come after that for what we're planning on.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're planning to connect that to your own solo channel?
No, I'm just saying that I have plans, and that's the only thing that I'm really keeping secret. The thing is, I've been just to list off a couple of games that I've been wanting to review. Freaking both of the Yakuza games that I have access to. Freaking. If only I wouldn't forget the names. 2064, Read Only Memories, was a really good game. Still haven't done a freaking review of it because I just don't have the time. Bloody. What else did I finish that would I could do a review of For Honor if I really wanted to. I did a review of it when it was in beta, so.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. Call it the re-review.
No,
Now that it's actually released.
Yeah, but whenever I'm in a beta, like a closed beta, I actually do a review on the beta and say my hopes about the game, and talk about how the game is on that point.
Yeah.
But
Talk
those
about
aren't
for the future.
Yeah, and those aren't actually like normal reviews because I don't give a score. So if I were to go and do For Honor, I would actually give it a score, but then first I want to get everybody to rep 8. And that's gonna be hard with freaking Orochi.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
But yeah, so I could do that. There's like 50 other games that I have played. Like Burly Man at Sea has been waiting for like, I don't know, a month now. And the thing
hasn't 2064 Read Only Memories been waiting for longer than that?
Yeah, it has been. But the thing is, like, my speed at making reviews has been halted to basic nothing. I was holding on to the freaking like the last actual review that I've done was Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank, I played through the game, the whole game on camera. That footage sat on my hard drive for at least like half a year. Okay, not that long, but like it sat on it for like 4 months.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Lord knows I know the feeling. And Pink, is there anything coming out on your solo channel this week?
Not at the moment, because I went to upload one of my episodes at one point, and then the internet like crashed or something, because I got a notification saying like YouTube has stopped responding. So that episode never got uploaded, but it also kind of did, because now when I try to upload that episode that didn't get uploaded, I get a message saying that it's like a copy of an episode or something that you've already uploaded.
All right, so
So
yeah,
at the moment, I can't upload something
No, here's
that
the
I
thing.
haven't uploaded that I have.
Pig, go into your videos. Do you don't find your own videos on the channel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So go into your video, like go into the freaking
video manager.
Yeah, the video manager. I don't know the English names because it's also bloody Hungarian for me, and I can't edit my channel if it's not on Hungarian. But
Right.
go into there. There will be like squares next to the videos. Press the square. Go to freaking. Let me switch this to English so I can actually tell you the exact things. That will be easier. So yeah, there will be a thing called actions, and then just go down to delete and press delete. It will ask if you actually want to delete it, and then press yes, and that's it. Then you can upload the thing in full.
But see, I don't think I actually have my video uploaded.
No, but YouTube remembers that you wanted to upload it and has the like half file or whatever the hell on it. So you need to delete that out of your video list.
But I don't think it's in my video list, because I've checked my video list and it's not in there. But the video file...
It won't be on your channel. You need to go into the video manager.
I've been in the video manager.
Okay, I don't know what the hell.
That's why I'm stuck.
All right, this sounds like a good time. On my end, I am definitely planning to start streaming Total War Warhammer 2 this week. I do not know when I will do it. I'll probably aim for like Tuesday or Thursday, because that's generally when I'm not too busy. And now that hang on, I should clarify, finals week just finished. So now I'm good. And that's what I was saying, was I was way too busy with like schoolwork to do too much solo work. And the moment next semester starts, I'm probably still going to be too busy. So I'll get it in while I can. I'm definitely planning to stream Warhammer, though, on Twitch. I believe you guys would know better than me at this point. Is my Twitch username WSSCR or...
Your Twitch user is WSSCR, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah.
Your mix is close my favorite.
Yeah, alright. So, yeah, I will definitely be streaming at Twitch and not Mixer. So it will be at WSSCR, and I don't know if anyone's going to tune in. I don't care. I want the excuse to play Warhammer and commentate on it. I will be using a few mods. Mostly mods that make turns more efficient, and also one that fixes a current huge bug. Because there's a big fucking bug with the game right now. The new vampire pirate, zombie pirate guys, they can invade other people's cities and build coves inside, which allow them to leech money off the people's cities. Well, the issue comes, if an AI faction builds coves in other people's cities, and then they get wiped out, if they get taken out as a faction while they still have a cove open in somebody else's city, game crashes. Your campaign's just fucked. So I'm going to have to go pick up a mod that fixes that. But other than that, I will try to keep it as relatively vanilla as possible, because ordinarily I overload on mods in that game. And I believe that will be all that's coming out on each of our channels. So,
nice.
Addy, what you done this past week? Other than fucking work and work and work.
Yeah.
Sounds like my week.
So, I played Neo. I picked up and played Neo. So, Pink, do you know what Neo is?
I have a faint idea, maybe.
So, Neo is Dark Souls, but in Sengoku era Japan.
Right.
W, can you hear us?
I can. I just don't have anything
Okay,
to
good.
say.
Okay, I thought that there were connection issues again.
No, it's
But
fine.
yeah. So, I've only been able to get to the second level so far because, well, here's the thing. The normal enemies are actually a lot easier than I thought they would be. The bosses aren't. And right now I'm trying to grind myself up so I won't die in 2 hits. Well, my plan is to die in 3, you see. Against the second level's boss because she can freaking paralyze you and that sucks. And she does it with a freaking Hadouken that you can't dodge, I don't think. Or at least I've only done it once, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, the game is pretty freaking fun. The game lets me play as Aramusha. No, seriously, you start off the game with William. I actually don't remember his name off the top of my head because it's been a couple of days since they actually said it in game. But I'm pretty sure it's William. And yeah, so the story so far is that there are these magical rocks called Emerita that give people demon powers, more or less. Turns them into yokai.
Okay.
Yeah, and so the British and the Spanish are fighting, and the British are trying to use the yokai to kill the Spanish. But they run out of Emerita in the United Kingdom, so they need to look for more Emerita. So they invade Japan and attack Japan or something like that. And William is there to save his guardian spirit and also get the Emerita for himself.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the story. As for the actual fighting styles, there are a good couple of them. You can use, I believe, you can use kusarigama. You can use, well, of course, katanas. You can use dual katanas, which makes you into Ramusha. You can use axes. You can use what else is there? I think there are like pole arms, maybe.
There's a lot of different weapons. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we get it.
Yeah, the thing that I didn't quite, well, it's not that I didn't like it. It just felt weird to me how you get access to but basically the game doesn't actually have character creation, but it still does, because while you don't create William, he's actually a character. You still decide his stats by choosing which weapons he learns from the book that he reads.
Okay.
Yeah, and it just felt weird to me how he learns how to use Japanese weapons by reading a book.
I think the weirder thing there is that he can only read one passage of the book.
No, you read 2.
Why doesn't he choose to just read all of it?
I don't know.
All right.
But yeah, so that the game's, as I've said, the game is fun. It looks pretty good. Seeing that it was made by Koei Tecmo was surprising.
It's made by Team Ninja.
Yeah, and Team Ninja are a part of Koei Tecmo.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
But yeah, that was surprising. And what else? There's a lot of variables. Like there are skill trees upon skill trees, and there's three different way skill points that you can get, and they only apply to like this section of the skill trees and that section of the skill trees.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can do magic, you can become a ninja, and then you can be a samurai.
Oh, and I'm gonna bet you went for ninja, didn't you?
No, I mean I do have shuriken, but I don't actually use any ninja stuff now because it's useless. It's bloody useless.
Yeah.
Like right now, what I'm running is just being a Remusha and then setting fire to my blades with magic and killing people like that.
All right.
Oh right, a thing that I really like about the game is the stance system because it has EIs, which is the stuff when they unsheath the weapon and then kill with one strike.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so they have those built into the sheet system, but there's also more well the stance system. But there's also like different. Well, you choose which stance best suits you, and also best suits the type of enemy you're fighting. So like low stance preserves your stamina, and is really fast, but does no damage like whatsoever. There's middle stance, which is more or less balance, and then there's high stance, which gives you a lot of power in with the hits, but drains your stamina just as quickly.
Okay. Is a
So yeah.
you've played a Dark Souls game before, right?
Well, I've played the beta of the remaster of Dark Souls.
Okay. Is it particularly similar?
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty similar. I'd say that it's very similar, but the stance system makes it a lot different in the fighting part of it. Because what makes the difference in the character is not just the weapons that they use, but also the different stances. Because everybody will favor a different kind of stance with the weapon.
Yeah.
I also played Lords of the Fallen, and it's definitely better than that.
Well, that's not difficult.
Yeah.
Did you play anything else this past week?
I played Rush, which is free with PlayStation Plus this month.
What is Onrush? I forget.
Rush is a racing game. Well, it's a car game that is basically Baby's first flat out. Is the best way I can describe it.
Oh,
It's a lot. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I entirely forgot to check this week's new PS Plus lineup. What's the other game that isn't Onrush?
Soma.
Soma, right? Okay, yeah. Never mind. I do remember it. I just didn't care. Yeah.
So with Rush is a game is a breakfast, basically a breakfast car game where instead of actually racing people, there are different kinds of races. I can't really call them anything else. Where your objective is to kill as many enemies as you can. May they be the AI or the actual enemy team. There's different classes of cars that all have their set of abilities that they can use. And there's loot crates because gaming in 2018.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Though, kind of like Overwatch, not only is the thing that's in the loot crates only for customization, um, they also have it. Well, basically, so far, if you do, but if I did good in a race, then I definitely got a level up, and I'm at level 14 now. So,
So you've won 14 races.
well, I think I've won more than 14, but performance varies, so terms and conditions may apply.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played that, and what else did I play? Because I remember playing freaking something else. I just don't remember what. Whatever. I guess that's it.
All right. So, Pink, other than doing an absurd amount of work, what have you done in the last week?
Well, missed last week's podcast because of work, and that sums up the rest of my week. I didn't really get any free time to myself until this weekend. And this weekend, much to my astonishment, I got to play Smash Ultimate because parents apparently got a Switch a year or two ago, intended to be a Christmas gift. and they decided to give it to us this year early because they had forgotten so many times. So yesterday, Friday, I think yesterday was Friday, I went and picked up Smash Ultimate and a couple extra controllers so the family could play together. And yeah, I think that's basically all I did this week.
You haven't got to
I
play it yet?
No, I played it. Got to play it a lot yesterday.
All right, all right, all right. Here's what I want to hear about. So you start with the 8, right?
Right.
Okay. For curiosity's sake, have you unlocked any Echo characters yet?
I've unlocked Daisy at this point.
Okay, so I want to know, in what order do they unlock?
It's completely random as far as I can tell.
Oh wow! So I was for sure it would be Luigi would be the first unlock, but if it's completely random, I was hoping it would be going in order because my own family I figured would probably be more able to recognize classic Nintendo characters. But if it just fucking starts off with Shulk, then my poor family.
Right.
Oh yeah, you guys know Shulk.
The first
Ramonado.
character we unlocked was Ness, if I recall. So I thought that they were sort of going in order. Because it's like, oh yeah, Ness is one of the originals. That makes perfect sense. This makes sense. But then the next character was like something ridiculous. Like I think it was Marth, who didn't appear until Melee.
Oh boy, I want to fucking. You've started on the Fire Emblem collection, and it's going to be a long time before you finish it.
What are you
Right.
talking about? What was in the background?
Marth was still in Japan.
What was Master Hand all along?
Why does Smash always lead to Master Hand with Addy?
I don't know.
That's the only character he
Are they-
knows.
Are they going to do our gender flip Mort and call him Martha?
He already has a female equivalent, though. Which one is his female equivalent? Pink, help. Is it Lucina?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Marth does already have a female equivalent. That's interesting that they just unlock a complete random. Because I was kind of worried that as soon as you unlocked the character, you unlocked their Echo equivalent. Because I was worried that would mean we'd start off with Dark Samus, and that'd be really weird. Wait, do you have Daisy
Right.
unlocked, but not Peach?
No, we have Peach as well.
Okay. How fast is the rate at which you unlock them?
I believe from what I've read elsewhere that you will be able to unlock a character every 10 minutes. So if you unlock a character, there's a 10-minute cooldown on when another new challenger will approach.
So it's genuinely just every 10 minutes the fucking new challenger.
Right.
Wow, the Soul Calibur games are gonna get shit on for the amount of, alright, unlock new shit. Oh, man. So, I was kind of hoping it would be a slower rate, because, again, I'm trying to ease my family into this, but I guess we're gonna have to fucking dive into the deep end anyways.
Right. It's like I was surprised there were no like certain conditions that had to be met or anything else like that in which you unlock specific characters, and that it's all just completely random and just with a 10-minute cooldown.
After all the DLC characters, there are going to be 80 characters in that game. They are not going to be able to give everyone special conditions.
Right.
Unless they just go absurdly specific. Like, in order to unlock Diddy Kong, you have to play Donkey Kong on this stage and fucking get this assist trophy 5 times.
Right.
To get Diddy Kong, you need to fire yourself from the freaking DK barrel 50 times.
No, that'd actually be fun. Oh man, I'm excited. I am beyond hyped to get into that.
Right. It's really friggin' good. I've had a blast thus far.
Oh, right. That pretty much sounds exactly like what I've heard.
So bring the big question.
Are you asking the question, or did you just cut out on my end?
No, the big question. Have you gotten a PS4 yet?
Hell no, I haven't. It's impossible. I'm doomed for all eternity.
Oh god.
It's gone from a funny joke to why is this happening to me? Dear God, please stop.
Kiryu eludes you.
Oh, bloody hell.
Maybe in Smash though. Maybe in Smash.
Oh God.
Like, you had the thing sorted out, didn't you? The bank
Yes.
issues that you had.
Eh,
Yeah, I have no bank issues.
Okay,
Not anymore anyway.
then what's stopping you from ordering it from GameStop? I ask you once again.
Drive over to GameStop.
Don't they have a freaking web page?
GameStop sucks, Eddie.
Yeah.
With GameStop and Best Buy, like I always think Best Buy, usually not the Best Buy. GameStop's in the same category.
I don't think I've ever gotten anything from Best Buy.
I
Like, ever.
think they sold Ultra Street Fighter 4 for $5 once, and I picked that up. But I think that may be it.
But like there's Amazon, you have possibilities. You can just order it online. It'll be there in a week at most.
Maybe we shouldn't be hassling each other over buying things on the fucking live. So that about all you did, Pink?
I believe so. Yeah, new blah blah. What's that game called? Rainbow Six Operation is out, and it gave Mutant SMG. That's all I want to note from that season.
Sweet. All right. On my end, I also spent a lot of this past week working. In my case, I was working on finals, as you do. I had to work on a paper about saving the world because
Did you save it?
no. Well,
No,
believe it or not,
the world is doomed.
believe it or not, the biology professor who was asking a 20-year-old kid studying to be a history fucking teacher, did not come up with any particularly innovative biological means to save the world.
Time travel.
And man, I dared to even evoke the name of nuclear power at some point, and he lost his shit. So that was enjoyable. I fucking hate biology, and I think that class has probably now made me prejudiced against biologists, which means I'm fully entering the what's the word? I am fully entering academics, because one of the most important parts of academics is learning to hate everybody who's in the fields other than yours.
Right.
Joy.
Wish me luck with freaking university.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, we don't have the money for it. I'm not sure what the hell I even want to do. I have no goals. But my principal came in like the other day, and he just had this like 5 to 10 minute speech about how I have to go to university because I just have to. I am basically forced to.
You have to go to a university because I owe the dean money. Alright. The one thing of note, outside, I did the usual stuff, played a little bit of Warhammer, left the real estate thing in Yakuza 0 running. But the only thing I've really put much time into that's probably worth noting is I got to play the Devil May Cry 5 demo.
Oh, I did that as well. I forgot. That's what I remembered that I did.
Did you actually get to play it, or did you only get to download it?
I got to play it.
It's pretty fucking good, isn't it?
Yeah. I couldn't beat the boss, but yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing. How much are you using the robot hands? Which ones are you?
Whichever one's selected by the game.
Yep, because you don't get to choose. But if you have Overture, you should absolutely be using that a ton because it deals a shit ton of damage. Gerbera is obviously not going to deal as much damage at all, but you can use it to get in for a combo with your sword and then use Gerbera to dash out.
Yeah, I think a big problem was that for whatever reason I did the hand assisted dash once, and the game has not been accepting the inputs ever since.
Oh, wait. This being Devil May Cry is an extraordinarily right bumper dependent game, so I'm gonna assume you're not playing Locked On.
No, for like the controller decided to help me and actually recognized when I pressed the right bumper in. So I actually played the game properly.
Okay, but it wouldn't accept your dash inputs after doing them?
Yeah.
So the B button just broke.
No, I think it's the right. It's something to do with the right stick. Probably the fact that it's freaking the guard breaking for honor.
But the right stick doesn't do anything in DMC5 except move the camera.
Huh. Then I don't know what the hell is up with the left stick. I remember that it's a stick plus B, but B definitely did work.
Well, with the Gerbera, it's a stick and B. If you want, without it, you can always do a side dodge by holding right bumper and then pushing to a side in A, which is generally called the side roll, even though Nero doesn't roll anymore. Now he just kind of sidesteps.
Yeah, I did those. I just didn't do the hand assisted ones.
Yeah. But yeah, the innovations they've made are really fucking good. Because I don't think you got to play Nero in DMC4 when I share played it with you, did you, Addy?
No, but I played him in the game otherwise.
You did get to play him in DMC4?
I played the MC4.
Oh, did you download it on Game Pass?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just couldn't finish it because I got lost in like a cathedral or something.
Oh, right. You did not get far into the game at all. Oh my god. You didn't even get a quarter of the way into the game. So, if there's a couple things you're going to remember about Nero. So, they added that Nero actually has a clip that he loads and reloads for the revolver. Which is
I noticed that.
very important, because before, Nero had to charge his revolver shots by holding down X or square or what have you on the pad and just letting it go when he fires the shot. So now that he can actually load the clip and then fire them when he wants is amazing. He can rev up his sword while running, amazing. You can taunt while jumping, amazing. It's really fucking good. I admit I missed Nero's grapples, but I mean, the hands, since in the demo we only get to see two of them, it's unfortunate, so the real strength of the system probably isn't shown off. But the two hands are alright. I didn't find Overture as interesting as Gerbera, but at the same time I didn't find Gerbera as effective as Overture. So that was a noticeable thing. And what I would also advise you to do, Addy, is use the moves where you have to hold down the button. For both of them, because for both of them it's really good. The breakage moves, I think the game calls them, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, they're very different between the two of them. And with Gerbera's, I'd advise only using it when either you're fighting a crowd or if the boss is standing still. Overture's hold, absolutely use it on the boss all the time. It deals a shit ton of damage to him. But it's...
Yeah, go ahead.
The game graphically looks incredible. It sold my family on the game, and they have never even played Devil May Cry, and I'm pretty sure considered it just a nerd game. So, hey.
Yeah, and it's actually pretty, what's the word? Non-expensive. So, if I really wanted to, inexpensive. If I really wanted to, I could get the deluxe edition.
I'm absolutely getting the deluxe edition.
You get to make pasta.
Yes, you get to make pasta, and you also get the hand for jerking off your girlfriend. Or jailing off. Whatever.
For making her non-historical.
Oh, the Japan phrase for it. The Sean Connery phrase for it.
No, it's the like, what was it? I don't remember. Whatever, the old-timey English way of saying it.
I think the word it just said was that it's for massaging. And it said massaging in a very weird way of implication, so, you know.
I don't know. I'm making a joke about how Like once upon a time, doctors treated women's hysteria with freaking fisting with a machine.
Oh, right. As opposed to other doctors who treated hysteria by fisting their face.
Was
Dude,
that a thing?
you're missing it. Sean Connery got in a lot of trouble like 20 years ago for an interview he did with Playboy where he said it was appropriate to smack a woman if she was acting hysterical. And so,
Oh,
when you say hysterical women in America, or probably in England as well, that's probably what people are going to think of. But yeah, Devil May Cry 5, really fucking good. It's not coming out for another 4 months, 3 months. Actually, I was wrong. 3 months. But I am going to. It sucks this coming semester is probably going to be my busiest college semester yet. Because Smash is coming out. Well, Smash is out. And Devil May Cry 5 is coming out. Resident Evil 2 is coming out. Mortal Kombat 11 is coming out. Like, oh, come the fuck on.
There's so much.
With that said, though, I believe we can call that a podcast. Say bye, Addy. Okay.
bye.
Well, folks, we will see you later.
Spectacular.